No, 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 no. So, Mars, this is a question for you from Your Highness Charles. Question from Mars. As a Rockets fan, would you take Mikal Bridges, Claxton for some role players and the Nets picks and swaps back?
Depends on the role players, but yeah, on paper, yeah, probably. If you take Jock Lander and Aaron Holiday, and
Take Shaq London.
who else we got? Who else we got that I would give up? Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
So, the title video.
the title does say the panel. Maybe we'll get some more views.
Wow. That's an insane
Mm,
that's an insane fold. You feel me?
let's get some more views, man.
Let's
Hey,
get
let's just
some
change the
more
graphic too. Maybe people will pull up.
facts,
Welcome
facts,
to the
facts.
panel. Let's go.
We're about to do 1,000 views today, 1,000 streamers
Mm.
today. But
Nah, we
yeah,
can do
I
it.
didn't make well, I made the title, but I didn't tell them to put the panel. That's on them. That's a fault on them. But I'm upset because they did not sit here and
They didn't put the title that you actually put.
I know, and I'm upset because I thought that was a funny behind title, right? Jalen Green did have a good game last. Well, not really. It was stat pattern for most of it, but he was shooting very well from three last night. Um, but the real question was, can the law of averages save Jalen Green? Because Mars, anytime when I talked about Mars and Jalen Green, the way the law of averages work, I just think that he's going to turn it around. And,
Mm-hmm.
where it's about to be 30 games in, and the
Mm-hmm.
season is about to hit a third. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's already had a third of the season going by.
Yeah,
Jalen Green. Now I didn't check the game from last night, but I know
he's
before
below
that
40% from the
40
field. He's below.
below
He's below.
40% from the
Yep.
field. He's like what 34% from three right now,
Yeah, probably around there. Yeah.
around there. And like I said, I'm not saying that Jalen Green has no progressions. He definitely has some progressions, but yo, Mars, this guy can't hit nothing, bro.
33% from three.
33, bro. He can't hit nothing, and
He
I'm
can
just
hit 81% of his free throws. You're
he
correct.
can't. He's hitting free throws, but bro, I'm just there watching. I'm like, bro, there's no way. I think for the last 7 games, I believe.
It
Like
was
he's
9.
been shooting under
It was
9
9.
games. 9
Yep.
games has been like under 35% every game,
Oh
right?
yeah, it was 30 over the I spoke about this yesterday on the panel. I don't know if you watched. Before
Mhm.
last night, over the last 9 games, he was averaging 12 points on like 30% from the field and 27% from three.
So when you were mad at me for getting on this dude, I was
No,
like,
I
Mars.
wasn't mad at you for getting on him. I was mad at you for being mad at me for not doing what you wanted me to do.
Yeah, I'm still mad at you.
All right, cool. And I'm not about to have another conversation about you telling me what I should do with Jalen Green. I'm
What should you do with him, Mars?
hopefully what Josh Chris. I'm joking. No. No, I spoke about him yesterday. I said that if he was to continue playing like he was the last 9 games, when I spoke about the 11 points on like 30% or whatever, he was at risk of not only losing his spot in the starting lineup, but Houston weren't going to extend him past his rookie contract, and he might risk being out of the league or being just like a sick man type player. Like if he can't consistently score, consistently shoot the ball, he's at risk of not really progressing in his NBA career. But I also did say I believe in the law of averages. So like I said then, and like I will continue to say, I think Jalen Green will have a stretch of games where he averages like 24, 25 on good shooting splits. I don't know how many games it will be, but there will be a stretch. And the people who are like me, optimists, will say, this is the Jalen Green, this is the talent we see, this is what he can be. And then the pessimist is going to say, he's just going through a lucky streak where he's starting to make shots when before he was missing shots. But I
This
think it
is
will
a
balance
bad
out to where
stretch.
he'll be like, oh, terrible stretch, egregious stretch. There's a reason he was playing like 20 minutes a game because he couldn't play. So I think both things. I don't know if you agree with the law of averages principle, unless you think he's going to shoot 39% the whole season.
The law of averages, this is the thing. The law of averages things, it's sound, but in my head, I can't give that to every player. If it's a
Mhm.
player that I believe in, right? And a player that I've seen, for example, Dame and Trae Young, right? Like we had that conversation before. I know what Dame can be. I know that what Dame and how efficient of a player that he can be. Even when you brought up the earlier stage of his career, his EFG wasn't as bad as Trae Young was compared to what he's been
below
doing.
league average, though. But carry on.
It wasn't -4 or like
below
-3.
league average. Below league average.
Shut up.
Carry on.
So Dame and Trae, that's the reason I treat it differently, because I know, especially in recent memory, I know who Dame is. I know who Dame can be. I know how efficient of a player that he is. So if he's going through a stretch like this, I'm more willing to be like, all right, the law of averages thing, or for him to be able to turn it around, because I never say law of averages. I'd be like, for him to be able to turn around, I'll put more faith in that than faith in Trae Young. He's been on a good stretch now, but more faith in Trae Young, because at the end of the day, there's only been one season where I really seen Trae be at that level. So I can't really give him that leeway to say I get the same way I give the leeway to Damian Lillard. So I understand the principle. I just don't think that principle deserves to go on everyone until they show me that they're capable of that. If Shea goes on a bad stretch, right? Let's say next season, after completes the season going crazy, right? Continues this. Beginning of the season next year, he's on a bad stretch. Because what we've been seeing from Shea for the last 2 seasons, I'll be like, he's just going through a bad stretch. It'll correct itself. And even if it lasts for the whole season, I'll be like, it's just a down year. It can correct itself the next season, because I know what Shea's capable of. You feel me? While a guy like Jalen Green right now, I mean, Mark, it's like his 3rd year, and I understand the situation scenario was terrible, but Cade Cunningham right now, even on the team he is, did you know that he's like the 2nd most double tip person in the league?
I didn't know like for a fact, but it makes sense considering when I watch him. Yeah, what happens? Yeah, it makes sense.
Luka's won, and Luka's crazy because he gets doubled twice as much as the second best player, Cade. But Cade is like the second most double person in the NBA because of this scenario. But even then, he's still able to. You can see the progression. You can see how the all-star caliber player that he can be, and that's more frequent than Jalen Green right now. So in my head, I'm like, that's why with me, I'll put more faith in a guy like Cade than Jalen Green, because it's been 3 years now, and Jalen Green hasn't shown me much. I'm not gonna lie, and that's the reason why I was never high on him like that, because he hasn't really shown me anything other than like raw talent. I think he's a raw talent, a raw athlete, but that's it. I can't see anything else with him. Like there was a stat crazy. I seen one of my old TikToks that went viral.
More stats, okay, yes.
No, not even a stat. It was a record. The team was like 2-19. This was like last season, I believe. They were 2-19 with Jalen Green. And then when he was out the lineup, they were like, let me look it up. Hold on, wait. It's on my phone. So you gotta give me a second.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry.
But
it was a crazy stat. And I was just sitting there like, bro, there's no way Jalen Green's that bad. There we go. They were, looks like this was in the 2021 season, December. So 2 years ago. Damn, 2 years ago.
His rookie year. Okay, his rookie year.
Yeah, his rookie year. They were 1-16 with him. And then when they weren't with him,
they went on a 7-game win streak the moment he went out.
Yeah. That's crazy to me. Like, I think that's really crazy to me. So that's where it's like with Jalen Green, I don't know if he's conducive to winning, man.
Well, rookie Jalen Green definitely wasn't conducive.
Definitely not. Even now, like you said, a 6-man role wouldn't think is a bad fit for him as a 6-man role. But even then, if he's still producing like this, like what can he do? How can he be serviceable to
averages, man? Law of averages is going to balance itself out. He's not. When I say law of average, I don't mean he's going to end the season shooting 47% from the field. I don't think that's going to happen.
It'll go up to like 44, 43.
I think he's going to have a stretch where he's like 45, 46, and it will balance out to like 43. And then that's more around where Jalen Green has been throughout his career, about 43%. So if that's where he ends up. Now, the 3-point shot, he's probably just a 33, 34% 3-point shooter. He's just not very good from 3. But I don't think he's. I think he's like 29% from mid range, like 10 to 16 feet. Possible reference. I think he's at 29%. I don't think that's going to stay that way. He wasn't that bad last year. I don't think he's going to be that bad. I don't think he's a great mid range shooter, but I don't think he'll be that bad. I just think he's going to go through. I don't know when the stretch is going to happen, but I'm like 70% sure there will be a stretch where Jalen Green scores efficiently, and then I'm gonna be pushing the MJ propaganda again.
What if he doesn't?
Then I'll just say it will happen next year, and I'll push the MJ propaganda next year.
No, I just don't understand. We cook guys like Julius Randle all the time, bro. Like we cook the hell out of him.
I don't cook Julius Randle. I just said he's not top 40. I never said Jalen Green's top 40. If someone said Jalen Green's top 40, then
you
I
be
would disagree.
cooking it, bro. You what you say? You gotta take Marcus Morris out the lineup, put him in the G League, take him.
Marcus Morris in the G League. Hell no, he's like 37. Just retire. But yeah,
Just
Marcus Morris is trash. Yeah.
There's no way. You just not cooking Jalen, bro. I just don't get it. I
said he's at risk of being out the league. What more you want me to say?
You gotta cook him like the way you do these other guys, man.
Okay, you just said.
I'm serious, bro. I'm serious.
We just saying anything. I've been so critical of Jalen Green. I've never said anything positive about him.
Never is crazy.
I've just been objective. It's just
he said top 3 shooting guard.
Yeah, objective.
MJ comparisons out.
And the sad thing about all of this,
top 3 shooting guard, not top 40, though.
Because the shooting guard position is weak.
To that point?
Yes. See, I cooked.
The sad thing about Jalen Green, though, is like on a crew like the Houston Rockets are a good crew.
Yeah, so like, we're okay.
The fact, I think they're good.
Nah, they're overrated.
They're all right. They're all right.
Most of their wins come against injured teams.
Okay.
It's okay.
Injured teams is crazy.
He's technically not wrong, but we're okay. I don't think we're great. But I think we're okay.
I think you're good. I like what Fred's been doing over there. I'm pretty sure he had a good game.
39% from the field, but here you go, loving off Fred. But when it's Jalen Green, it's
whoa.
I guess. Jalen Green 39% is criminal. When it's Fred 39%, oh, he's good.
Because he handles the rock. He's
making 40 million shooting 39%. Jalen Green making 12 million shooting 39%.
He taking over half.
Cook Fred VanVleet.
He taking half. No, Mars, because he takes half his shot. Half of his shots are threes.
Same with Jalen. Damn near.
Oh my god.
They take the same amount of shots a game. They basically take the same amount of threes. Like Fred might take like one more 3 a game.
So do you think Fred is playing bad?
No, but I don't think field goal percentage is indicative of how bad someone's playing.
Yeah, but
Jalen Green 39%.
But Jalen Green,
but Jalen, 39%. Keep the same energy.
You could bring up so much with Jalen Green on why he's playing bad. Not just
but if you're gonna bring up the 39% at all, bring up Fred VanVleet's 39%. That's
no, Mars. It's not the same.
Technically, Fred VanVleet's 39% is lower than Jalen Green's 39%.
It's not the same, Mars. It's not the same.
I agree, it's not the same, but you ain't bring it up. I'm just saying, bring it up.
Why should I bring it up?
Because he's shooting 39%.
Fred's still playing good.
He's shooting 39% though, true or false?
He is.
So he should be scoring better, right?
That is crazy.
The thing with Fred VanVleet, he does all of these other things that counteract that 39%.
Was he
like playmaking, ball handling?
Like what? Pass the ball to Sengun.
Yeah, he doesn't play make that much.
Listen, he takes the ball. He's the one that takes the ball up the rock. Oh my God, takes the rock up the floor. Feel me? He sit here. He sets people up. He gets guys where they need to be.
He dribbles the ball into the front court.
He does. That's what he does. And when Sengun's not out there, he's the guy that's really running the offense for them. So I think
how good does the offense look without Sengun? How good does it look?
So
it's not as good. It's not as good because you just relying on Fred VanVleet to take some pull-up jumpers. But I mean,
he said he play makes, so why would he pull up jumpers?
You rocking with Fred VanVleet shooting 50% of the rim? You rocking with it?
No.
Okay. So cook Fred VanVleet. 40 million.
He's not
50% of the rim.
He's not committing enough 8-second violations.
This is deflecting.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's not getting 8-second violations, so he hooping for 40 million. No 8-second violations. Good work, Fred. At least you bring the ball up the floor.
40 million is insane.
Exactly.
But no, you can't get mad at that contract.
I'm not mad at him.
Okay.
That's a good contract.
Do we have to stick on Houston for the open gym, or can we go on any?
I'm fine with talking about anyone. Shout out to Cade Cunningham, even though they are losing.
Man, that shit is depressing. Have y'all seen the like biggest losing streaks in like all the major sports? And Detroit is like a depressing, bro.
Right
Detroit's
now,
the worst.
they broke the record, right? They broke the record.
No, I'm talking about Detroit and like all their sports is awful, bro. Like, it's pathetic.
Detroit,
it's pathetic, bro.
I don't know why, and that's why in my head, I don't understand why Detroit still have teams. Because
they're a terrible city.
Fans are loyal, man.
No one wants to live in Detroit. No one outside Detroit wants to live in Detroit.
Pistons do, but like the Pistons had literally, you had the 80s, I guess a little bit in the 90s, and then the 2000s. And then for like 3
or 4 years.
You have the 2 years of Andre Drummond. Respect Andre Drummond.
And then outside of that, Mars, they've been terrible. They're terrible.
Lions have been terrible. Pistons have been terrible.
The front court of Andre Drummond, Greg Monroe, and
Pistons were making the finals.
I said the 50s. I literally just what is that? 50s?
Yeah. So I mean, you got relative success in the 50s, the 80s.
For a city that has sports, Detroit's the
you could say that about almost every team in the NBA.
Detroit's the worst sports city for teams that have professional sports. They're terrible.
That's just a lie.
No, it's true.
The team that brought championships to.
They do like their sports teams, though.
They like their sports teams, but their sports teams stink.
Cleveland is the worst sports city, but their fans are low.
What's Charlotte like in terms of sports?
There are only like 5 teams.
I don't think Charlotte. Charlotte's another team that shouldn't have a team.
The Panthers.
I just cooked.
Yeah, because the Panthers, right? I think they were selling their seats for the Panthers for like 40 cents.
Yeah, but the Panthers been good mostly in this generation. So
true.
Charlotte had 2 franchises
in Minnesota.
Minnesota's good.
Minnesota's not too bad. It's like medium. It's like a medium.
Yeah, Minnesota's not a bad sports.
It's like a medium.
They're good. Yeah. They're good.
But yeah, Charlotte's another city that you've been popping for so many times.
They had two franchises and they both suck.
Mm-hmm.
What's sports like in Washington?
Washington's pretty bad too.
They're not the worst.
Washington is pretty bad.
The Pistons have 3 championships. I don't know why I feel like they're the worst.
Washington is below league average for sure.
Below league average. Okay.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Are you talking about DC or are you talking about Washington?
I don't know the different stuff.
I think he's talking about DC.
DC is like the Wizards. Washington
DC Commanders.
Yeah, that right there. I'm not. Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Yo, I will say this one thing about just the East and particularly Boston. This has been the issue since last year, bro. They have a tendency of letting teams back in the game by just taking bad shots continuously. Like, I don't know what it is, if it's the coaching or if they just want to jack up threes, but I've never seen a team that plays well and then when they get a lead, everyone just comes pull up three or just takes some ill-advised shots.
Are you talking about the Lakers game?
Yeah, that game like that. No, just in a lot of games. It's not
because
the Lakers game. No, the Lakers game highlighted that more, but like
the Lakers trend. We only got out to a big lead because the Lakers starting lineup was so bad offensively, and then when they changed it up, they came back.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, even when
Porzingis was literally playing help defender.
Oh, Porzingis was amazing.
They switched up the lineup. Porzingis
was amazing.
AD was cooking us.
The Bucks don't beat this team, in my opinion. To beat this Boston team with Porzingis playing like this, I just think they present too many issues. But Boston just needs to take better shots when they're up and not give up leads. Take these ill-advised threes.
I don't know, bro. The Bucks. I'm turning around on the Bucks, bro. I'm not going.
They have one of those.
Is it because of drink more water stats?
Hey, let me read some right now, Mars.
Bucks have the easiest schedule, bro, and we win more games than them. And we have the hardest schedule. Crazy.
Drink more water with the super chat, right? Chris Middleton off his minutes restriction, 9 games, 30 minutes a game, averaging 19, 5, and 5 on 51, 41, 94 shooting splits. Him being washed was premature. Part 2, Middleton's playmaking is his most underrated attribute in his game. Having a 6'8 passer unlock. Yeah, my bad. I didn't get my context in. Having a 6'8 passer unlocks so much for this offense, plus his PNR, midi, pick and roll, midi. Hey, I mean him as a third option. I always liked him as a third option, so I do
Yeah,
think
it's
he's
whatever.
living up to what I thought he could be. So shout out to Chris Middleton.
Team is fine.
But the Bucks, I'm not gonna lie, the Bucks offense and Justin, this is where you gotta be honest. The Bucks offense is they're insane.
It's not better than ours.
I don't know about
Your
that.
offense don't translate to the playoffs. We ain't.
That's
moved.
what I'm saying,
They will
bro.
translate against the Bucks.
Exactly. The Bucks offense
The
hasn't
Bucks
translated
defense
to
is
the
ass.
playoffs.
Nah, the Bucks defense is gonna be great against you.
It's
All right.
actually
Do the Bucks still go up threes? A lot of threes.
I mean, it's not
defense?
hard to guard them when your opposing side you keep settling for step back threes. You know,
You know
so.
we're 15-1 with our starting five, right?
Okay, so you lost the game, right?
Yeah, we lost the game. One game.
So you're not.
Then it wasn't to the
right?
Bucks.
So you're not unbeatable, right? Okay.
No one's
It's such a smart ass Mars.
Yeah, but there is a reason their starting lineup missed that many games.
What?
Why is that?
They didn't miss that many games.
Porzingis?
Porzingis only missed 7 games, and most of that was precautionary.
7 of 29 is basically 25%.
True.
I just cooked you again. Oh my god.
Yo, the people who listen to Mars, really?
I'm on fire today. That's so crazy. We can carry on.
No, I was just saying that the Celtics. Yeah, they shoot themselves in the foot more than other teams beat them when the other teams go on long runs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
I agree.
Like if you got a team that keeps making some bad decisions, in my head, it's like they could sometimes be in their own way. On paper, they should definitely be able to beat the Bucks.
Yeah, they should win the.
And
yeah.
Shout out to Lo because he's shout out to. Hey, shout out to Lo. It's not a narrative.
That's not a narrative. It's not a narrative. I watched the game.
You said we get our own way. We're
so Lo. I mean, so just let me ask you this. Let me ask you this: if you're dealing with somebody that constantly cheats, is it a narrative that I'm not going to be with this person because they cheat?
What
is that a narrative? Is that just that's
crazy?
That's
a
crazy
narrative
analogy, bro.
Yeah, a narrative.
It is a crazy.
It's a narrative. It's a narrative, but it's true. So this narrative about the Boston Celtics, it could be a narrative. But it's a true thing to look at.
When he constantly cheats on me, that's a fact.
But and if they constantly,
it's not always a fact.
It's not a it's not a narrative that when the Celtics take bad shots, bro, Celtics take bad shots and bad threes. When they're up, they'll take multiple possessions in a row. Jack up a three, come down the court. Jason Tatum, pull up. Jalen Brown, pull up. Like, what are y'all doing?
Mars, are they really better than Miami?
Yes.
I said I like Miami against Boston.
It's always
I think they're gonna win, but I like Miami against Boston.
The reason Miami is always a good matchup is because they play them tough, and Miami doesn't have multiple poor bad shot selections as much as Boston does. And Miami always capitalizes when Boston does that dumb shit. Like
I will football. I will say this: the shots that Strus and what's his name, Gabe Vincent was pulling up in last season.
Okay, yeah, it's true.
They were some bad. They were bad shots. They just kept hitting it. I'm not gonna hold
it. Gabe Lillard. What are we talking about?
Nah, he's washed now. He ain't Gabe Lillard no more, bro. But those were bad shots. Those were bad shots, though. You're right.
That's all I'm saying. I still think Boston's gonna come out.
You're one game back because the Bucks have one of the easiest schedules. What are you talking about?
Okay.
The Bucks are frauds.
That's the
I'll say right now, they're frauds.
What?
They're frauds.
They haven't even half.
You've been calling the Bucks frauds since 2021, though. So I mean,
and I've been right.
I think the Bucks are frauds.
They're frauds.
They're frauds. I don't believe in them.
Football. This is where I was with you on the train, but when they acquire they have new acquisitions, we got to change our tune and change our opinion. The fact that they're the best team in the clutch is telling to me. I'm not gonna hold you. That's very telling to me.
We'll see.
I don't think
they
what
beat
can you do?
What do you mean?
What can you do to stop them? What can you do to stop that team, offensively?
Damon Lillard's gonna have his classic game where he shoots a tour date. Drew Holiday's gonna lock him up, and then Giannis is gonna get game plan like he does every playoffs. Cool. Will he get his numbers? Sure, maybe. But it's gonna outside of that run to the finals, Giannis' playoff runs and the Bucks' playoff runs have been very suspect. That's all I'm saying. I know they got new personnel, but Boston's team is too deep to me, and I think they have the perfect team to beat the Bucks.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
just matchup wise,
the Sixers are the only team I fear in the East.
Yes, the
Really?
Sixers. I think are the only
Yeah.
team that can beat.
Sixers.
I think the Sixers and Heat are the only team that'll give Boston
I'm not
trouble.
scared of the Heat.
You should be.
Why?
You should be.
Because we have that rookie in Jaime going crazy, the 2K generated player.
Okay.
You have Tyler Hero finding his own. Love what
Alright.
Tyler Hero's been doing. Really exploding and beating those Austin Reeves allegations. Jimmy Butler's is who we know Jimmy Butler to be, especially in the postseason.
Why am I scared of Tyler Hero?
And Bam Adebayo is the center. You should be afraid.
Why? He's never good in the playoffs.
You said what?
He's never good in the playoffs.
I did
He
say.
plays in the playoffs, but
This-
I mean,
This is
Same.
the turnaround year. This is the turnaround year. He's been hurt for the majority
this
of the
is the
playoffs.
turnaround year, but
He's
the
been hurt
Celtics
for the
is our
major-
turnaround year. You see how narratives go, guys? This is why you can't listen to people. Think for yourself.
See,
What
it's all
happened?
fun and games until Haywood Highsmith is clamping up Tatum, bro. It's all fun and games.
And Miami beat y'all last
You
year.
didn't even
so I don't
guard
know why.
Tatum.
Miami beat y'all last year. So what are we talking about?
Yeah.
You
Do
should
you
be
think
afraid
this?
of them.
And is this Miami team better than last year's team?
No.
yes, they're definitely better. Come on
They're-
now.
They're playing better right now.
I think they might be.
They're playing way better right now.
They're
Double, they
100% better. It's not even debatable.
In the regular
They're
season,
100%.
they are playing completely better than what they were last season. 1,000%.
So
Last
yeah,
season, the regular season was terrible. It wasn't great.
it's just that that Porzingis and Drew pickup, man, bruh. Like the Bucks, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be 5. I'm saying if the Celtics and Bucks meet in the playoffs, I got Celtics in 5.
5?
The Celtics are
Mhm.
going to the finals. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real talk,
yeah, real talk, we
you're
just like
still
making
here.
content, bro.
Wow.
They just like making content, bro.
Honestly, the Celtics need a coach. It's not their problem is not in any of the players, but the way they play as a group is just it's questionable to me. Every time I watch them play,
Why?
I feel like they should be playing better than this. They are a
The
very
Bucks-
compatible team, but they just settle for things that every other team can do
Yes.
instead of playing to their own strengths. Like the way they play is just it's like the way the Charlotte Bobcats play. I mean the Hornets. Like
What?
It's
okay,
2K.
they're just a better
You
team.
said Hornets.
They're a better team. Like
They don't
that's it.
watch, man. These people don't watch games,
But
bro.
they-
They
as a
I don't know
team,
what you guys are
Ain't,
talking about.
ain't Charlotte beat them?
Yeah,
No,
that's
wait.
yeah.
they
And
get
like
a
I
bit
told
3
you,
half.
Mars, like I told you, if
Let me
LaMelo Ball
finish.
is healthy,
I
they'll
was
be better
just
than the
saying.
Rockets.
I just feel like their stars, and it's not just their stars, but in general, their players. They keep running very like repetitive plays that will not really work in the playoffs that much. It didn't work every
did
year,
work.
and most of the years.
Good work.
And then they avoid making the right play sometimes to like I feel like their players are thinking about the analytics way too much. It feels that
It's a
way
lot
to
of
me.
threes. It's a lot of threes.
So I
Yeah,
think-
I
That's
feel
Joe
like
Mazzulla.
if they
But we
improve
work in
their
the mid-range
decision
a lot more,
making as
so-
a team a little bit, I'm not even saying that they are a disastrous team in terms of decision making. It's just if they improve it a little bit, like 10-15%, I got them coming out of the East. They are the best team in the East. Like,
I'll put it this
Easily.
way: if Ime was the coach still, this team would final. Like they're winning the chip.
You're
yeah,
over
yeah,
Eman,
that's
man.
true.
I swear,
I
bro.
agree there.
You act like Ime was some
Guaranteed.
offensive genius, bro. We had the same problems with Ime on offense too.
That's true.
Like it wouldn't.
They were better
Ime's
defensively.
not a very good offensive coach.
Yeah, we'd be great, better defensively, probably, but like, who wouldn't fix what you guys are talking about?
Yeah, he's not going to fix their offense. I think their
Yeah,
offense.
I'm not moved
They'll
by
probably
Ime
take a
offense.
little bit less threes, but the offense is still going to be.
Ime low key pissed me off last night, bro, because the Rockets cut the lead to 13, because Dub apparently he's semantic about 12.
No,
13.
I was looking.
They
I was
cut the
looking.
lead
I was
to
no,
13,
no,
Morris,
no.
with 5.5 minutes left, and he puts none of the starters back in the game. Meanwhile, Phoenix has out there KD, Devin Booker, Grayson Allen. They have practically the starting 5 out there. He may quit that game after the third quarter. He quit. I've never seen.
I enjoyed the Cam Whitmore minutes. So
I'm not saying, bro, you don't put
Morris,
Sengun
I
back in the
didn't enjoy
game.
the Aaron
The
Holiday.
game wasn't over.
So
Mars,
you said
do you think-
what time
do
did
you
he
think
take out
Ime-
the players?
No. So the players were playing for the majority of like the fourth quarter, but when they cut the lead down to 13 at 5.5 minutes left, he's mad that the starting 5 didn't go in. Now, Mars, I want to ask you: do you think that the starting 5 should have won it?
The starting 5 didn't play the whole fourth. It was
Go ahead.
No, that I'm just
He's
looking
saying
at
it was
like
the bench.
the starting five was not out there the whole fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was the Amen Thompson Cam Whitmore show. W
Yeah.
show. But considering the late game adjustments he's made in previous games to try and win games that have been less in the balance, I would have expected him to think that game was winnable, but maybe he didn't think it was winnable. Maybe he liked the way the bench unit was playing and thought if there was going to be a comeback, it would have been on the back of them. Who knows? But he's been making adjustments all year long, benching guys, bringing guys you wouldn't expect to close games, blah, blah, blah. So I'm surprised, but I don't really care, to be honest.
The Bucks have the
Just
best
throwing
offense.
games, huh? Got playoff potential in throwing games.
I don't
We're
think
not
they
going to
do
make the
that
playoffs.
game.
We're not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Everyone got excited because we started off 8-0 at home or whatever, and people think
You
we're
have a top 25 player in the league with decent.
Who?
Hey, I'm
Sengun?
ready. I'm ready.
Sengun.
Oh my god.
25
Fred
to
Van
30. A top
All right,
25 to 30 player in the league.
Okay, 25 to 30.
I don't know why people ever believe in the Rockets, bro.
Sengun's a top 30. I don't even. I think we can name a good portion of people that bet. Is he better than
people be saying like these rankings, and then when you actually get to the facts, it's like
Because think about this. Think about this. When we're doing the rankings initially,
He's better.
Lowry
Whatever.
Markkinen might not be.
Thank you.
13. He's better than.
Thank
Sengun.
you.
That's true.
I had him at 22. I had him at 22 when we did our rankings.
Very, very
I
talented.
think he's better than Markin. He's
Stop it! Stop it!
Where do y'all have Sabonis? Because he's better than Sabonis.
Stop it!
He's not better than Sabonis.
He
Stop.
is better than
I don't think- I
Sabonis.
don't
No, he's not.
Sabonis is in top 25.
Yes, he is.
Sengun is not better than Sabonis, bro. You
Sengun
smoking
is better
something.
than
No, the
Sabonis.
hell he
Stop
not.
I don't care to argue. I don't care.
Bro,
Do y'all
get out of here with
watch
that.
Sabonis?
Stop
Do
it.
y'all watch Sabonis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not having this conversation because it's stupid.
The man
I'm
has
not
one
doing
hand.
it. I'm not
He
doing
literally
it. That's
plays
dumb.
with one hand tied behind
That's
his back.
dumb. I'm not
Sabonis is
doing
not
it.
that
Why?
good.
Why he's
He
so
does
mad
not
about
have a
that?
playoff translating game.
conversation.
He does
Next
not have a playoff
conversation.
translating game.
Next
Have we seen
conversation.
Sengun in
I
the
I never
playoffs?
hear
playoff
someone so
translating
passionate
game,
about
Next
Sabonis,
bro.
bro. That's
conversation.
crazy.
Have we seen
He
Sengun in
does
the
not have a
playoffs? What are we
playoff
doing?
translating game. These are facts.
These
Now,
are
He's
this
not
just don't
going
make
to
no
ever
kind of
play
sense.
good in the playoffs. Not ever.
Let's move on. This is a bad take. Let's move on.
I wanna
That's
name-
stupid.
I want-
There ain't no point even discussing that. That is dumb.
bro.
I
we-
think
Out of
we-
here with that.
we were naming Mars, and correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't we name like a top 25 list? And we didn't even like put Sabonis in that.
Sabonis is in top 25.
Bro, we put Laurie at
The
21.
league is very talented. Like
Sabonis top 50.
top 25 10 years ago. Very
Neither
different
is
to top
Sengun.
25
What
now.
are we
The
talking
league
about?
is very talented.
Was Sengun in that?
Brandon Ingram might not make a top 25, and he's better than Alperen Sengun.
That's true.
The
Let's go
league
through
is
it, right?
Very talented.
Let's go through it, right? You got JT. I'm going through.
Y'all
right here. You
people
got
clearly
JT.
don't watch DeMontis Sabonis.
I do.
Clearly.
That's why I agree with you. Real talk.
You got JT.
Boston have at least two people better than Sengun. We agree, right?
JT, Jalen Brown.
Yes.
Is KT
You can
better
argue
than him?
Porzingis.
Wait.
Yeah.
JT.
We're going to avoid
Yes.
arguable ones. We're going to avoid arguable
Okay,
ones.
so
JT
JT
is-
Oh my
I'm
god.
not giving you Jalen Brown as
Bro,
better than
Jalen Brown
Sabonis.
is wait a minute. I know you're not trying to say Sengun is better than Jalen Brown.
Stop.
Hey.
Stop.
I agree.
Hey,
Real
hey.
talk. I think Porzingis is better.
Let's
Hey,
move on.
go ahead and get rid of it, man.
Let's
He
move
ain't
on.
bringing that to the
Porzingis
conversation.
has way
He
more
ain't bringing
impact
that to
than
the
Jalen Brown.
conversation. That's stupid.
We'll
Come on,
talk
bro.
Rockets fans.
It's dumb.
I love this. He's funny,
What
man.
we doing? So you really do, honestly, you really think Sengun is better than Jalen Brown?
I honestly do think. Yes.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Lord,
Yes, I do.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's real talk.
Absolutely. I see why people
That's
say
not,
basketball
that's
talk.
not crazy.
Wait,
That's not
real
crazy.
talk.
Now I see why
That's not
people say
crazy.
basketball talk is dead.
Why?
I see why people say that now.
Bro, you
Now I
just
see
saying
why people
you
say
just
that.
saying stuff to say. Like you're not.
That is
I'm
crazy.
asking real talk. Why?
What?
Why do I think he's better than Jalen Brown? Because I think he's just better offensively, and I don't think Jalen Brown is bringing enough defensive value
This
to
is
make up for the
crazy.
gap.
He's better
Hey.
because of the passing and the playmaking.
He's a better passer, playmaker. He's upped his scoring recently. I'm not.
Oh,
He's a better offensive player than.
Can I
Jalen
real talk?
Brown.
Is he better than
Jalen Brown, if you
Porzingis?
make
Is he
him
better?
change directions twice, he loses the ball.
What
I
does that
don't
mean?
know.
Real,
Y'all sit here and
real
worry
talk.
about stats. You got to watch the game, bro. Jalen Brown is not all, bro.
We
Jalen
all watch
Brown
the game.
is a
We
good
all watch
play
it.
No, I
finisher.
wouldn't
He
go
can
there.
catch and shoot. If he takes 1 or 2 dribbles, he's good. If you get Jalen Brown to a third dribble, he's going to turn the ball over.
That's
Do
true.
you think it's a possibility if
I
we
don't
don't
even
analyze?
think Jalen Brown is top 25, but I do think he's better than Sengun.
And he's still better than Sengun.
Real
Even if you
talk.
get him to a third dribble and he turned the ball over,
It's
he's
close,
still
though.
better than
It's
Sengun.
close. You can make a
How
debate
many
Real
for
talk.
that.
Rockets games have you watched, dude, in the left corner?
Bro, I watched a lot of
How
Rockets
many
games. And
Rockets
Sengun,
games do you watch? When? Did
bro,
you watch it last
I
night?
pretty much watched about all their games.
Did you
I pretty
watch it
much watched
last
a lot
night?
of their games.
Did you
No,
watch it
I ain't
last
watched
night?
it last night. No,
Okay,
I
so
was
shut
busy
the hell
last
up.
night. I didn't watch
But
it
go
last night.
ahead, football.
What
What you
you
talking about?
mean, shut the hell up, motherfucker? I watched a lot of their games. What the fuck you laughing?
Watch
I do anything.
Watch
At
the
least
What
he's
you
being
saying?
honest. He's
football.
being honest that he didn't
Football,
watch
go
the
ahead.
recent game, but he did say he watches the other
He
game.
don't.
That's
He
I
watched
watched
one.
their
I
games
know I've
before.
watched
He
every
ain't watched
single
one
game
last night.
Houston have played.
I watched a good portion of the Rockets. I watched over half, I believe.
I've watched
This
29
dude
Houston
tripping,
games.
bro.
I don't.
This dude tripping, bro. I can't believe we actually having a
Can you
discussion
tell
that
us why he's
Sengun is
tripping
better
instead
than
of just saying he's
Jalen
good? Give
Brown.
your
What are we
reason why.
doing?
Yeah, why
Oh,
is Jalen Brown better?
Oh, I think
You
the
said
clear
why?
You,
I
Mars.
think the clear scoring gap is like definitive. The lack of shooting from Sengun is also apparent. I think Jalen Brown is better in transition. I think he's better without the ball. Defensively, I mean, Sengun is still not very good. So Jalen Brown is still the better on-ball defender. He provides more value defensively overall. I think the only reason you'd argue Sengun is better if you think he's better in isolation or a better passer and playmaker. But I don't think that makes up for the fact that Jalen Brown's the much better shooter, the much better scorer, the much better player without the ball, and brings more defensive value.
But you could argue Sengun's the much better player with the ball.
Yeah, I'd rather have the ball in Sengun's hands in terms of offensive initiator, but they don't ask Jalen Brown to do that for a reason because he can't do it. But I think Jalen Brown, next to someone else who can do that, provides more value than Sengun having to do that.
That's a nice point.
But neither one of them are top 25. I don't think Jalen Brown's
We
top
should stop
25.
bringing up that point more often when we compare these players who would never be a first option anyway.
So
Yeah,
we saying
like Jalen Brown being a bad offensive initiator, sure is true, but I'm not asking him to be an offensive initiator. So
Exactly.
so let me ask y'all this question, Mars and everybody. Let me ask y'all this question. Y'all already trying to say that Sengun is better than Jalen Brown, which is retarded.
one person is saying
But
that.
anyway,
It's not me.
but anyway,
One person is saying that, and
but
then can we
anyway,
watch the use of
but let me ask y'all this then. But let me ask y'all this then. Is Jalen Brown better than Desmond Bain?
Yes, he is.
Desmond Bain is a bucket.
I didn't mean to say Jalen Brown, not Jalen Brown. Is Sengun better than Desmond Bain? That's what I meant to ask.
No.
Yes. I don't like Desmond.
You don't like him?
I'm not very high on Desmond Bain, but
I like Desmond Bain.
I'm like neutral on Desmond Bain. I'm like,
that's a tough one. It's a toss up for me.
yeah, I'm like, hello,
Definitely a
Desmond Bain.
toss-up.
You're cool. Shout out to you, Desmond. I don't know how I feel about Desmond Bain.
It's a toss up for me.
He's working on his
For him,
self-creation.
I've never
too.
really
He's just
thought about
Blazers
it. I
CJ
really would have to
McCollum.
think about it. I can't just answer that off the top of my head.
He's Blazers CJ McCollum.
And even then, if
Real
Desmond Bain is
talk.
the tier, if Desmond Bain is the guy that we're comparing him to, right? No, I don't
That's
think
not
anyone
even
thinks
top
that he's a
40.
top 30 or top
That's not
35.
even top 40 players. Desmond Bain is not. Well, he might.
Dang, you about to die.
Oh
Hey,
my
I know
God.
that,
What are you
man.
choking on?
I'm having to speak too negatively on. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm having to speak too negatively on Sengun right now, so I'm trying to stop.
LaMelo
Fake
or
Rockets fan.
Real talk.
LaMelo or
LaMelo's better than
Sengun?
LaMelo's better than Sengun.
Yeah, bro, I can't.
Yes.
DeJounte Murray or Sengun?
That's tough.
Sengun.
That's his tier, though. That's his tier.
Yeah, that's
DeJounte and Desmond Bain and them. That's his tier.
Pascal Siakam or Sengun?
Siakam.
Siakam.
Yeah.
I'm going Siakam.
DeMar and Zach or
I'm going
Sengun?
Siakam.
Wait, both?
Who?
No, DeMar, Zach, or Sengun?
I got Sengun.
DeMar, then
I'm not high on
Sengun,
Zach
then
this
Zach.
Better than all of them?
I got Zach.
No,
Levine
DeMar,
over both of them.
DeMar's the best. Then Sengun, then Zulevi.
Then
I
Zach?
might have them both over Sengun.
I have them both too.
I don't.
I got them both over
So
Sengun. too.
JT and JB for most people is over Sengun. KP
Yep.
is
Of course, easily.
Nah,
Easily.
I'm taking KP. I'm taking KP over Sengun easily.
No problem. Then you got Damon Giannis. Common
That's
sense,
4.
right?
Yep.
Easily.
Embiid
Clear.
is also common sense. Right?
Embiid. Yep.
Clears.
How do we feel about
Clears.
Tyrese Maxey?
Clears.
Tyrese
In my
Maxey.
opinion, clears.
About who?
Who?
Maxey. Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey.
Oh yeah, he's better. He's better than Sengun.
I'm
You talking
taking
about the
Sengun. I'm
closeout
taking
merchant?
Sengun.
Yes, the closeout.
Yeah, I'm taking Sengun, bro.
Yes.
I'll probably give Maxey. I'll give it to
Sengun
Maxey.
gives me more value.
Okay, so KP and Maxey can be in the questionable tier. We'll come back to them. Bam and
Yeah,
Jimmy.
that's a toss up to me.
Bam-
KP
Bam
and Sengun is a toss up.
Bam and Jimmy are just better, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bam and Jimmy better. Yep.
Okay, so that's what, 8 or
That's
7?
7.
Okay, 7.
Not in
how do we
total for the questionables.
How do we feel about Franz and Paolo?
I got
I like- I
Sengun
like- I
over
like,
Paolo. but
I'll
I like
take
Franz.
Paolo. I'll take Paolo over
Both.
Sengun.
No,
I like
Sengun
Franz.
better.
I like
I think
Franz
they're
Wagner.
He
Yeah,
could-
I like Franz.
He either better. He either worse than just one of them. Or right there with both of them.
We'll throw them
I
both
like
in
Franz.
question. We'll throw them both in question. We've got 7 for definite. We've got 11 if you include the questionable. So we're at 7.
Mhm.
How do we feel about Donovan Mitchell, Darius
Yep.
Garland?
No, he's
Yep.
not better than Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan
Okay, so
Mitchell is better.
Donovan Mitchell is better. Okay, so
Darius
we'll say
Garland is
Donovan-
better
that's 8.
too.
Darius Garland's better.
I got
Darius
the
Garland is better as well. Yes.
I might take him over Evan Mobley though.
yes.
That's a toss up. That's a toss up to me.
That's a toss up. That's a toss
To me,
up.
that's a toss up.
Evan
Give me
Mobley's in the
Mobley as a
questionable.
toss-up.
We've got 9. We've got 9, and then we've got 13 if we include the
No, it's
13.
5. So that'll be 14.
14.
Yeah.
9 for definite, 14 questionables. Okay.
Mhm.
Jalen Brunson better.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson better. Yeah.
Julius Randle.
I think Julius Randle's better. I
hate Julius Randle's skill set. I hate his skill set.
I think Julius Randle's better. Not
Why do we
gonna
skip
lie.
over Derrick White?
I don't know.
Going to Jalen Brunson 2-man game is going crazy. I don't know what
Exactly.
about, bro.
I'd rather have Sengun on the Knicks if I was a Knicks fan.
Okay, so we put in Julius Randle in questionable.
I guess it's a no.
Questionable.
I'm the only one that said Julius Randle.
It's questionable. It's questionable. I don't
Alright,
think he
questionable.
is.
So that's
that's
10 and
6.
15. 10 and 15 or 10 and 16?
No. That's a Jalen Brunson made it 11.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson was definite, so that made 10 definites.
Oh, 10 definites.
Yeah.
So 16. Yeah, 16.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton, better, right?
Yeah.
Better. Yep.
Better. Yeah, better.
How do we feel about Mikal Bridges?
Nah,
I think he's Mikal Bridges is better in my opinion.
I think
He's-
Sengun's better.
I say no.
Sengun clears.
Oh my god.
Can't
I
move
disagree.
the needle for me no more. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna just ask. Cam Thomas?
No.
Who?
No.
Hey, y'all
Cam
need to
Thomas
respect
is
Cam
balling,
Thomas though.
I'll
Cam
just ask.
Thomas-
No. I respect his game, but no. Not
What did we
Cam
say for
Thomas
DeMar
is
and
balling.
Zach? What did we say for DeMar and Zach?
I think DeMar and Zach are both better.
Are we just saying this year?
Who's the better player?
I mean, recently.
Well,
yeah.
I think Zach's digressed, so I'm gonna say Sengun.
Regressed.
Regressed.
I got DeMar over here, but I don't know about Zach. Zach stay injured too
so
much.
we'll say 11
He's
for
better than
DeMar,
both
and
of
then
them.
11 for DeMar, and then
No, we got
17
12.
for-
We got 12.
12,
We got
12 with DeMar, and then 18 questionable.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Wait, is Zach LaVine questionable?
Yeah.
19
questionable for Zach.
19.
Okay,
questionable.
19. Okay. Pascal we said was better, so that's 13.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trey is better, 14.
Yep.
Yeah.
DeJounte's questionable.
I
we
would
said.
say Scotty Barnes is probably better than him right now.
Scotty Barnes, yes. Okay, so that's 15.
Barnes.
I like
15
Scotty Barnes.
better.
Yeah, Scotty Barnes is better.
Then Trey makes it 16 who are better. DeJounte's questionable. So that
He's better than DeJounte Murray. It don't have to be a question.
He is.
So we're at 15.
Okay.
we're at 16 better. We're at 16 better.
We're at 16
Okay.
better. So we have how many? We have 7 or 8 questionable.
Let's just say 7 to be safe. So 23.
Okay.
23 in total. 16 for sure. 23 if you have the questionables. LaMelo we said was better, right?
Yeah.
We didn't even get to the East. I mean, to the West.
Yeah, LaMelo we said
That's
was
what I'm
better. So
saying.
that's 17. LaMelo we said was better. That's 17. We're gonna slide past Washington.
Yeah.
We can also slide past Detroit. I'm not ready to push Cade Cunningham properly.
If there are that many players there in
I'm
the
kind
East,
of ready. Not gonna lie.
I'm here for it, but
when
you lose 27 straight games, it's kind of hard to
when you're the second most double person in the league and you playing the team as bad as Detroit, it's not
They're
gonna hold you.
doubling
And you're dropping 40.
They're doubling him that much because
dropping
of the
40
team he's
with
on,
that spacing.
not because
And
of
you're
the
dropping-
player he is.
and you're dropping
when you
40.
lose 27 straight games, it's going to be hard to be pushing the propaganda. So
At the end of
unfortunately,
the- at the end of the year,
I'm
Mark,
here, Cade. I'm here with Cade. I've been watching. I'm paying attention, but it's
K
hard
might
to
be
do.
better. I'm not gonna hold you.
I agree with you, Dub.
Yes,
I agree
yes,
with you, Dub. But
yes,
it's not the time yet. It's not the time. We need them to win like
I'm
3 games.
gonna say
Mars,
Cade is better,
Let it fly,
but
Mars.
his
Let it fly,
team.
Mars. Let it fly.
His team sucks.
Cade is better, but his team though. His team.
Hey,
ain't
the
good.
chat saying
Is
Cade.
that
The
done
chat
with
saying
the-
Cade. The chat saying Cade.
The
Yeah,
check
Cade is better, but his team ain't doing
Okay,
so
so what's that? That's
Cade better.
17.
Let's
That's
go.
18.
That's 18. That's 18
Man,
right
Well,
there.
it don't look as
questionable.
Yeah, we're at
Next
18.
question.
Ant, we agree. Better.
And man, Cat's
Yeah.
better than him.
Cat is better. Yes.
Yes, he is. That's
Gobert's
20.
better.
And
How do we
Rudy
how
are
do we feel
better.
about Sir Gobert?
Wait.
I
Yeah.
think
And Rudy are better.
Rudy's better. Yes.
Okay, so that's-
Rudy's about to win DP.
But
That's
I'm
DP
not.
go
I'm,
again.
not I'm just. I ain't just throwing Cat in there.
Yeah,
What?
you're wrong.
I'll
That's
give
fine.
you
What?
and Rudy
Yeah,
though.
that's cool. You can be wrong, real talk. That's cool. That's cool.
Are you
The
serious?
rest of us are at 21 names.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd rather throw Cat than go Burt. I'd rather throw Cat than go Burt.
We're at 21.
They're both
names.
better.
Better
They're
than
both
Cat.
better.
21. We're at 21 and
They're
like
both better.
28.
You know Ant-Man better. Clearly, clear.
Shay is better, so that's 22.
Shay, yeah.
Yep.
How do we feel about Chet?
He's better. Chet's better. I'll take Chet.
Chet better. Yeah, I'm taking
I'll take
Chet.
Chet.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
I think that's questionable. I think you
Bro,
can
y'all
make
be-
it.
That's
y'all be-
questionable.
I'll give it. I'll give. You
Y'all,
know
y'all
what?
be like,
I'll
oh,
give it
they're
to
so
Chet.
much
I'll give it
better
to Chet.
when, bro, some of these players y'all naming, Sengun ain't playing next to no all NBA caliber player.
Right.
Yeah,
But
Bro.
even-
That's playing
even-
like SGA
Hold
and
on, hold
Jalen Dub and all them.
Even
Well,
when I-
come on,
even-
SGA,
even when I-
SGA ain't playing next to no all NBA player.
Even when I
I'm
think
not
about
saying
it,
he's
though,
SGA good.
even when I think about it,
He's
though,
talking
even
about
when I
Chet.
think about it, though, real talk. Even if I think about Sengun next to Shea, I still think that team will reach a higher ceiling with Chet because of his
Yes,
ability,
that's true.
Facts.
because of his ability to shoot the
Because
ball and his
defensively,
defense.
sure.
And his
Yeah,
ability to
that's-
stretch the
No,
floor.
offense. Offense.
Yeah, real talk
so
isn't
that's-
arguing the
that's
team's
what?
potential.
How
He's
many
just
names is
arguing
that?
how much
23? 23
better the
names?
player would be.
Chet
That's
makes
23,
23.
yeah, that's 23.
Chet makes 23.
Chet
yeah.
makes 23.
Yeah,
so we've
that's
got 23
23
and 7 questionable.
Yeah.
It's really like 8 or
we're
9
now-
questionable. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
but fine. Jokic, obviously, so that's 24.
Obviously,
Jamal Murray.
Yeah, that's 24.
Jamal's better. Jamal's
Yeah,
better.
so that's
Real
25.
talk. Real talk. Don't argue with
Jamal
that.
better.
That's
Yeah,
25.
Jamal better.
That's 25.
Aaron
Kawhi-
Gordon's better too.
Kawhi-
Whoa.
Okay, yeah, we
No.
Nah,
I'm
I
not-
ain't-
I'm
I
not-
don't know.
One,
No,
easy
no.
one.
I don't know.
Paul
I don't
George,
know.
Paul George,
I don't know about
Kawhi,
that.
James Harden,
Back away from the
I'm
camera.
fine
know
with
about
all
that.
of them. I'm fine.
all
I'm
of them.
fine. So
James
the-
Harden, Paul George, Kawhi, they're all better. They're all better than him.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know what? I think this is James Harden's best year ever. So yes, I'll give him that.
So that's
That's
28.
Wait,
We're at
James
28
Harden?
already.
Wait, oh, no.
Let's just move past that.
He's
Let's
strong.
move that. Let's
He's
move
strong.
that.
He's strong.
Slow down, my boy. Slow down, my boy.
But go ahead, Mars. Go ahead,
going.
Mars.
We're at 20. We're at 28.
Okay.
Onto the Kings. De'Aaron Fox 29.
Yeah,
Easy.
Yes.
yeah.
Everyone
Yeah,
else.
Sabonis
agrees
better.
with Sabonis except Rose.
Sabonis is not
Yeah.
better than him.
Yeah, we
Sabonis is
Yes,
better.
he is.
Sabonis
No,
is
Yes,
better.
he
not.
is.
better.
Yes,
No,
he is.
Sabonis
And
is better.
Malik
Nah.
Monk is better than Sengun.
Sabonis is a highway to the
Yes.
basket.
Man, Sabonis is better. Keep
Sabonis
going.
is a highway to the basket. Y'all don't watch the Kings, bro. Y'all don't watch the Kings.
You know what?
games,
That's
bro.
fine. You know what? Just for the sake of this, so we can move on. We're at 29 with De'Aaron Fox anyway. We'll
Yep.
leave Sabonis out just so I can move on. Luka is better and Kyrie is better. We're at 31.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Already
Yeah,
at
clearly.
31.
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram is better. 32.
Clearly.
How do you feel about that?
How you feel
Zion
about
stay
who?
hurt too much. I don't know about Zion.
Zion's better than me. Zion's better for me.
How does everyone else feel?
He stay hurt.
It doesn't
too
matter. We're
much.
already past it. We're already past it.
He
We're
can
already
be one of
past
them
it.
questionables.
Zion's going through some things though, so that's why he's playing better.
Yeah, like those tattoos and shit. Yeah.
Your attention, please. Your attention, please.
Yeah.
We'll be testing
Go
the
to the
fire alarm
Celtics.
system. Disregard any fire alarm.
Oh
Contact.
man,
Everybody else looked up. Why y'all looking
No,
up?
football's about to have his fire alarm systems tested. So he can't talk.
this man at
Yeah.
the job. This guy's
Yeah.
insane.
Fire alarm about to get tested, so that's tough. So we're
I
at
like him,
31. We're at 32 with Brandon Ingram. We'll throw Zion in questionable just for the sake of this.
Okay.
LeBron and AD.
Better.
Both better.
Yep,
Both better.
118,
Yeah.
We're at 34. KD Booker,
Okay.
36.
Better.
Both better. Both
I
better.
don't know how we feel
Beal's-
about Bradley Beal. I don't know how we feel about
Beal's healthy, if Beal's healthy, he's better too.
We're not adding the if healthy. Nope, he
Nah.
on the
Alright,
bench.
cool.
We're not doing that.
36, that's fine.
Yeah, real talk is
36. Steph
Bradley
Curry's
Beal is
better
not
than
better
37.
whether healthy or not. Come
Clearly
on.
better.
37.
Yeah,
Steph
Steph Curry.
it's easy.
Yep.
Yeah, Steph Curry is clearly better. Keep going.
I think Lowry Markkinen is better.
That's
But how do we
Sengun?
do it?
Yeah. Better shooter.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
questionable.
38. We're at
I'd say it's
38.
questionable.
Ja Morant is better. That's 39.
Yeah.
We said Desmond Bain was questionable.
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah.
We're at about 9 or 10
Wait,
questions.
that's
I got Sengun over Bane though. I got Sengun
We're
over
at,
Bane.
I'm not gonna lie, Mars, we're at like
Is-
12
is-
to 13
no, is
questionable,
Bane
bro.
really
Yeah,
questionable?
there's an
I don't
argument
think
he
Bane's
might not be top
questionable.
50 depending on how you feel about
Bane
stuff.
questionable? Why is Bane questionable for?
All them people in questionable, he better than. But I just don't want to be sitting here arguing with y'all. But go ahead.
You think
And then the
Sengun's
last
better than
team
Bane?
is
Yeah,
Wemby.
Sengun's better than Bane.
Like right now?
Wemby's better.
Wemby, we talking about right now?
Yeah,
Wemby is better.
I'm not taking Wemby over him right now. Come on.
I gotta see
Wemby's
Wemby.
better.
I gotta see Wemby on a better team. That offense.
gonna lie, y'all
Right.
Now you gotta see Wemby on a better
Wemby's
team.
already one of the 10 best defenders in the sport. Like, I don't-
That's
It doesn't
true.
matter.
Give me
He
Wemby.
is.
Give me Wemby. Give me Wemby. I'll take Wemby. I'll take Wemby.
Wemby's better. Wemby's
I
better.
think
Wemby's
if he's on a better crew, even if he's on the Rockets, I think his
I mean,
offensive
honestly,
output
Wemby
will
just
look
not-
very
Wemby
different.
just-
along with that defense.
At best, we got Sengun at 40. At best.
Mhm.
Just if you say
That's
all the
fine.
questionable, Sengun is better than, he lands right at 40.
Oh wait,
That's-
Triple J?
Didn't even say him.
Is Triple J better?
No,
Yeah.
Sengun's better.
Yes.
Sengun's better.
He's better.
Questionable. I think.
Chris said who's better than
Huh?
Triple
That's
J?
not- I'll be honest.
Nah, Triple J better, man.
Nah.
Triple J is better.
If we think Chet is
Triple J
better,
is
there's
better,
no
bro.
reason to
Stop.
not say that JJJ is better.
Chet is better than
Yeah,
Triple J.
is better.
Yes.
No,
I
he's
think
not.
Chet's better than Giant Jackson.
So being
I
so
do.
saying
No.
if Chet is
No,
better,
I'm with
then
Doug. I'm with
Triple
Doug.
But
J
the
has
same,
to
but
be
the
better.
same
is
reasoning, the
not
same,
true.
the same reasoning can apply to both. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
Chet does it on a higher level, so it's not you can't
Yeah,
just
but
say
they're both
one
doing
proto-
it. They're
you
both-
can't just say
they're
because
both
one
doing it on a
prototype
level
player,
higher.
the prototype is better. No, you can't just
No,
do that.
no. They're both doing it at a higher
That
level than
doesn't make sense.
Sengun. That's fine, but they're both doing it at a higher level. You got JJJ, the defense that he provides, along with with his ability to stretch the floor. I think that's more conducive, especially on the
JJJ
Grizzlies.
is a fake shooter. Number one. Number two, he doesn't give you. He doesn't give you.
Offensively,
Bro, Chet is just a better offensive player than Triple J.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think
Yeah,
that-
I think you're right.
DJJ's
But
defense
who's
is
a better fit on the Grizzlies?
Triple J.
Oh, well, the
For
Grizzlies
who?
would rather have Triple J than Sengun.
because
That's
of the
because
defense.
they're a defensive
That's
team.
just the Grizzlies.
Yeah, but I still think Triple J's better. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think Triple J is better too. But I think at best we got Sengun around 40, 41. I bet.
At the end of the day, real talk was wrong.
We saw
You
Triple
know.
J
He's
without
not
John Morant and them bruh. Come on.
He's also why he's also
bruh.
but the
Real
thing
talk,
is he's
that's fine.
he's also
You
without
said
his
he was a
front
top-
he's also
you
without
said he
his
was a top
front line.
25. We got to the facts real quick. He's not top 25.
I said to 30. It's cool.
No, you said you said
He's
25.
I know he's not 30.
You said 25.
Hey,
You
real talk.
he is 40.
In order for
He said
somebody,
Sengun?
but this is the thing with Sengun. In order for Sengun to be at that 40 mark, like people have to be very what's optimistic
Optimistic
about Sengun, because we could name there's about 13 other players that we just didn't feel like arguing and we just let it rock. There's 13 other players that you can make a very sound
Is
argument.
Chris Middleton better than Sengun?
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Come
No,
on
he's not.
now.
No, he's not.
Like
Come
KP,
on, man.
me personally, I think KP's better. I
think
see how
KP's
KP's
better
not
too.
I just don't.
Porzingis is better.
There's no way someone heard
Okay.
us list all these guys who were definitively better and still tried to say Sengun's top 30 right now. There's no way.
Top
you heard
30 is
those names.
insane.
There's
Yeah.
no way you heard those names and said,
Yo,
"Yeah, Sengun's better than
real talk,
15 of
top
those."
30
The
teams."
league is
Wait, hold on.
talented
But
right
KP
now.
Like, there's
You
no
said
way
what,
those
Let's
teams
not
are like, "Yeah,
put KP in
Sengun's
for the
better than
Celtics.
15."
It's
KP
fine.
on the when he was in
Being top,
Washington,
even
was
if
he
he's
better
top
than
50,
Sengun
being
when
top
he was
50 at his age is very good. I don't know why.
Yeah, he's in year 3. Like he might be a top 50 player in year 3. That's very good. Like he doesn't need to be top 25.
Let
to
him
get praised.
improve. Let him work in his game.
Not what I've watched more Houston Rockets basketball than everyone up here. I promise you, I have.
True.
Have you though?
Yeah, I agree.
So
Probably.
I got a question.
I haven't missed
Have
a
you
game
noticed
right
that his playmaking has kind of like reduced, and since he's like uptick in the scoring aspect, like have you seen like some of the passes that I saw that he was willing to take? he doesn't take them anymore. Like he will look a lot of his players off now, and like just go for the fade. Like I'm seeing like more bailout shots and stuff like that. Like his playmaking, in my opinion, I feel like he's not utilizing it and like getting the guys involved like he should. I'm seeing too many like pick and roll action with just Fred VanVleet. Like, and he's like, it's weird. Like, I don't know. To me, I feel like he's upping more of his scoring and his aggression on that, and like not utilizing his playmaking that he was where he showed a lot of the flashes of. That's where people was getting the baby Jokic stuff about. And I'm not seeing the same playmaking that he was doing. It might be guys not making their shots. You know what I mean?
It's because we don't cut as much as Denver do. When people cut, he hits them like damn near every time. But when people are just spotting up and he's in the post and he doesn't draw a double team, he's not going to pass, which I think is the right thing to do. If he's in single coverage in the post, he should look to score.
If you're in single coverage,
and that's what he does.
Of course. I agree.
And then if a double comes, he's looking for a cutter more often than not. And then if there's not a cutter, he will make the pass to the corner, but it just doesn't turn into an assist because they rotate, swing, blah, 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 shoot. So his assists aren't as high because of just how the offense is. Yeah. But he's still making the right read more often than not. I think when it comes to passing as a big, I think other than Jokic and like, I'm talking about centers, other than like Jokic and maybe Bam and Sabonis, he's
just Bam and Jokic.
Yeah, he's right there. He's top 5 passing big man.
So that's where I'm with him, but he's not a top 25 to 30 player. He's not.
Yeah, real talk. I'm sorry, bro. We just killed that notion right there. That was.
I don't care. He better than Sabonis. I'm staying on that one. He's better than Sabonis,
bro. I guess we could transition now to another topic.
Yeah.
In all honesty, it seems like the Orlando Magic.
I got a question real quick. Hold on, Doug. Before you get to that, I got a quick question for the panel. Who do you think is going to be more impactful moving forward as far as playoff run? Derrick White or Malik Monk?
That's a good question.
And the second is who's more important for the
You asked this last night, right? You asked this last night?
White.
Yeah.
Derrick White.
Curious, like, what you guys
have you seen the Derrick White All-Star talks and the reaction it's been getting? Like on Twitter, have you seen how people have been
I haven't seen the reaction. I don't be on Twitter.
People getting quite mad at the notion that Derrick White is an All-Star caliber player.
They don't watch the ball.
I don't mind if you.
I mean, I think Derrick White will just have more.
I don't want to see Derrick White. No.
People in the chat are hilarious.
I don't want to like if you're looking at the
Bayless
All-Star game.
I'm embarrassing myself, and then he says Malik Monk is better than Derrick White.
It's like when Rudy Gobert makes All-Star games. No one's trying to see Rudy Gobert in an All-Star game.
No, but
Malik Monk is just like a microwave player.
I think there's definitely an argument for him playing up to an All-Star caliber level. Do I want to see him there? Hell no. That's just not someone that just. You can acknowledge it, but like I'm not. I don't want to see him.
There are 24 players in the All-Star game.
It's like you're All-Star. Cool, but like you're not in the All-Star.
The only
game,
reason why Wiggs made it is because like half of the wings in the league knees were cooked during that time. So like I don't know.
Well, right now, who's gonna make it over him?
A lot
in the East. Maxey, Halliburton, Trey.
Is it positionless?
It's backcourt, frontcourt. It's backcourt.
Okay.
So Halliburton, Dame, Maxey, Trey Young,
Dame,
Donovan Mitchell.
Yep, Dame. What the hell?
Donovan Mitchell,
Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell. There's too.
What?
There's too many guards. Yo,
that's a front court player.
There's too many guards for him to make it.
How many spots is available?
I think. Well, you got 2 in the starting line. I think there's 7 guard spots in total.
Because LaMelo, I don't think LaMelo will make it because of injury.
LaMelo hasn't played it.
Exactly.
There might be
so KB, would you rather see Jordan Poole in the All-Star game? He's more of an All-Star player.
No, he's not.
Jordan Poole is more of an All-Star like game.
I said All-Star type of player. You know what I mean? Showbo.
Yeah, he's more.
I'm not gonna lie, Mars. I think he's probably gonna make it in unless they just put DeJounte in there.
Yo, speaking of Jordan Poole, y'all seen his last couple of games?
Dame Maxey.
Jordan Poole?
Bro, he's back.
KB, stop. KB, stop.
No. Unless there's an injury replacement, there's 6 names who will definitively be ahead of him.
Who?
It's Donovan Mitchell, too.
Dame, Maxey,
Donovan Mitchell,
Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Halliburton, and Trae Young will definitively be ahead of him. Those 6 will definitively be ahead of him. So unless one of them gets injured, he's not going to make it ahead of any of those guys.
Yeah, he's not making it.
But injury replacements happen every year, so it's very possible he does make it.
Yeah, but there is like Darius Garland.
Darius Garland's about to miss 2 months. He's not going to make it.
Yeah, I think
that
he
is
got
true.
injury or something like that.
Darius Garland's not going to make it off games played.
Hey,
Then
Donovan Mitchell, boys, coming to Miami. Talk to me, bro.
Y'all gotta quit doing y'all.
Is
gotta stop doing it yourself.
Jalen Brown listed as a backcourt or front court player?
Front court, right?
Probably front court.
Derrick White is listed as a backcourt player. So he's a front court player, right?
Yeah.
Because last year he was listed as a backcourt, and then
They got him.
Wasn't he backcourt?
They got him
He
as a
playing
shooting
this year,
guard right
three?
now.
He's playing the 3, right?
See, that's
Derrick White-
I don't know how the All-Star voting works because I seen DeMar
Yeah, I don't
DeRozan
know.
in the backcourt voting a few years ago, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. I'm not gonna lie.
If he's
I
listed
don't
in the
know.
backcourt, then yeah, he's not making.
He's
The
a shooting
coaches
guard
are
right now.
making it confusing. Not gonna lie.
Hey,
So,
bro.
Speaking
with the Donovan Mitchell thing, so you agree with Chill that they are contenders? Like, do you think that will push them
What?
into the realm of being good?
Cleveland?
With Donovan Mitchell, if they make the trade, no, Miami, because
Oh.
We're
Chill
winning a
Miami
chip.
as a
We're
contender.
winning. We're a contender now. We're winning the chip.
Mm.
We're contender now. We can compete. We could compete. The only reason why people don't think of us as contenders is because of how the Bucks and Boston
Why do
Celtics
y'all
just
do this every
created super teams. But
Let's go.
let's say if they didn't. Let's say if they didn't. Let's say if they didn't create those super teams, Miami would be the best team in the league best team in the East right now.
But they did.
It's a big if.
Miami could lose to like 7 Western Conference teams.
That's a huge if.
7 games.
You said what?
There is a good 7 teams in the West that can beat Miami in a 7-game series.
Oh, you're a lie. You're a lie.
Y'all
You're
aren't
lying.
talented
7
enough,
teams?
Dub.
They've been
You're
saying
not
We said
that.
this
talented
last
enough.
year. We said
They
that
said that
last year.
They
This team
said
is
that in
better.
2020.
Y'all didn't win the championship
If they
last
get
year.
Donovan Mitchell
I said
alongside
in the West.
they have 2 top 15 players in the NBA.
You got to the finals and you lost.
But fellas, remember you're adding
Real
Donovan
talk.
Mitchell. It's not-
You came on some
considering-
hate
Miami's-
stuff today.
Miami's
It's
playing better. Miami's playing better this year than they were last year.
They're
I
a
think
great
they're.
matchup
I
for
think
the
they're a
Bucks
better
and Celtics.
team. Honestly, I think they're a better team this year than they were last year.
Yes, I said that. I agreed with that. But the thing is, they can be a great matchup for the Celtics and Bucks and upset them. But against the West, it's just a
They're
different.
not beating the Nuggets.
We're beating
We're
the
in-
Nuggets.
No,
the
you're
Nuggets,
not,
the Lakers,
That's
not
where
the
we are.
Dub,
I swear.
all right,
What
Dub,
happened
Dub,
last
Dub.
year was no. What happened last year? No, what happened last year was everyone just forgot how to shoot. I swear. I said if
Forgot how to,
so.
these
This
are
year,
Forgot.
NBA players, man. How do you forget how to shoot? These are NBA
they just forgot how to shoot. They was missing everything. Literally missing everything. Why?
No, they came up their hot streak.
You had a fluke shooting run to get there at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
And right
Exactly.
now, real talk, we're the best 3-point shooting team percentage wise right now.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
it's not a fluke.
So that's the deciding factor right there.
What y'all shooting from 3, Dub?
That's not the way. That's
I think they're,
39%.
they're 39 right now. 39.
39%.
So y'all gonna shoot 39 to 40% throughout the entirety of the playoffs,
and still lose
We're-
the finals.
We'll win.
and
Yeah.
and probably still lose because you're not talented enough to go over the hump. That's
long
why
they
you
don't
keep
play
begging
together?
for Damian Lillard. That's why you keep begging for
No,
Donovan
no,
Mitchell.
no,
You know that. You're not talented
Dude,
enough,
I-
Dub.
No. Listen. The reason why I want them, so it's a definitive answer for me to say that they're going to win. Right now, especially with the way
This
that we're
roster
playing,
you have cannot win a
the only
championship.
reason the only
They
reason why we're not the best team in the East right now is because Dame went to the Bucks and Boston created a super team. I guarantee you, if they didn't make those moves, we'll be the
But
team.
why
coming
do
out
you
the
keep?
East.
Why do
No,
you keep?
the problem is in the West, not in the
Did.
But despite
I'm
that,
saying what they
despite that,
if they did it,
But
they
despite
did.
that though, I promise you, we could be any one of
A
those teams.
team that was already more talented than you last year lost to you and then got even more talented. Meanwhile, what did y'all do? Add Hami Hackett?
We got better talent too. We were playing. Let's not act as if Miami, even though it's not star talent, we did acquire pieces that's better than the pieces which we had last season. We were beating the best Celtics going 3-0 and beating the Bucks in 5 with bench players. So we have guys like Jaime, who's great. You got guys like Josh Richardson, he's great. Hopefully Tyler Hero could be healthy in the postseason, right? You got Bam Adebayo. You got Bam Adebayo ascending. What are we talking about? Kevin Love still putting in some good minutes. The only person that I don't want on the court, the only person I don't want on the court is Highsmith. That's the only person. Other than that, we're good. I don't like Highsmith. I don't like Highsmith. I don't like Highsmith. I don't like Highsmith.
The problem is
He literally has no offensive value. There's nothing. There's nothing offensively that he brings. He's terrible. Duncan Robinson. I forgot about Duncan Robinson. My bad. Duncan Robinson too, taking a jump. We're a better team than we were last season. You talking about all these other teams getting better?
All these other teams are better than they were last season.
We're all under the same umbrella of getting better.
I think Orlando might clap Miami. I think Orlando could clap Miami.
All right, that's just bullcrap. Because Orlando just lost. Orlando just lost to us. They've been losing to all the teams that's contending right now, and they're about to be in the play-in soon. So let's not gas up Orlando right now. Like, come on, bro.
Orlando are frauds. I said that before.
Yeah, bro, they're frauds.
Relying on Tyler Hero to maintain production in the playoffs. Dub.
Yes, a team is relying on its players to play to their standard.
Tyler Hero is not like that. We already know that.
Could say the same thing. Oh my God, Mars.
Every team needs its players to maintain its level.
This is the ether right here. Because even though I don't like doing this, but since you're going to pull this card, you can say the same thing about the Celtics. You can say the same thing about Giannis. You can say the same thing about Dame after the first round.
What? How?
After the first round, Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum,
Tyler Hero.
Oh, they all dropped.
Y'all went to the finals last year. I think part of the reason was because Tyler Hero wasn't playing.
I disagree.
Tyler Hero.
Yeah, I disagree. I think we would have made that run with or without him. I'm not
gonna. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, because he's still a shooter. Like, it's not like he's not a shooter. He doesn't.
I've never understood that argument of you need this player to play well to have. Yes,
because if a player has a history of not maintaining a certain level of play, that's like okay.
You can use the so Mars. You can say the same. No, you can say the same thing about the Bucks and the same thing about the Celtics.
Wait. First of all, the Celtics have gone. No, stop. The Celtics have made.
They almost lost. They almost lost.
They've made the conference finals. They end it every year.
I'm trying to give Mars an example. They've been going against Miami.
No.
Real talk.
I'm going to give you an example of a player. No, stop.
Because even when Miami was hurt.
I'm not talking to you right now.
No. Listen. Sir, listen. It's okay. Listen, because even when Miami was hurt in 2022, yeah, bro, he just got listen.
You cut me off, but I can't.
I have no input on this. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
Go ahead.
You cut me off, but I'm not listening. I was talking,
sir.
And you cut me off,
sir. Listen, even in 2022. You bringing up
I gotta
all
listen
these
to
points.
you while you cut me off.
Are you delayed?
Are
you delayed?
Go ahead. You're gonna answer you in about 4 seconds.
Wait. Let's see.
Oh my God.
Why ain't nobody saying nothing?
So real talk. Listen, right? Real talk. Listen. Even in the talking points you're giving for Boston are the same talking points you could give to Miami, because along with Boston going to the conference finals, so has Miami been for 3 out of the 4 seasons. And then on top of that, Miami Heat, you talk about this talent, with Miami Heat being hurt against the Celtics in 2022, we're still able to go to Game 7 and almost beat that team in 2022. So again, the whole thing about, even though I could agree with you, the talent isn't there, you have a team that has consistently, despite the talent, either beat them or come this close to beating them without the talent and while being hurt, which is why the talent thing doesn't move me in this scenario when it comes to Miami.
Okay, are you done? Okay, Mars. So what I was saying was about relying on players to maintain. If a player, right, is kind of known to tail off or not be as valuable in the postseason, and you're relying on that said player, then that lowers your chances. Like I said, I was going to give you an example off of my team, right? We have to rely on D'Angelo Russell to be a productive point guard in big series. He does not have a track record of doing that. Does he have a track record of being a solid regular season player? Absolutely. But having to rely on D'Lo that's not something that is good news for us Laker fans. It's not. So
Real
I'm
talk,
saying they have
yeah.
to rely. They're relying on Tyler Hero to maintain his. Tyler Hero has proved now that he's a pretty decent to good regular season player. Cool. Do I believe that he's going to maintain that kind of production in the playoffs? No. Same with that's why I was hating on Sabonis earlier, because I know Sabonis he's not going to translate.
Yeah, let me just say something. Real talk. The problem with your argument is that the East, every contender in the East has this exact same problem. All of the contenders in the East has players that are famous for choking.
That's what I'm saying.
Problem.
Fair point.
Yes, that's why I agree with Dub on the East, but I disagree on the West because the West has more reliable players. They need these guys to get injured after they make the finals, like in 2019. That's the only way
the
they
players choking
are like bad matchups
Giannis?
for Miami.
Dame outside the first round.
Dame and Embiid.
Joel
Have we seen Dame as a number 2?
Dame and Embiid are both very unreliable. Like
CJ.
Okay.
In 2019, let him cook. Let him cook.
Prime CJ, come on, come on.
Exactly. I respect peak CJ. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, real talk. All of the talking points that you give, Miami has broke that. The talking points that you're talking about the talents, or you're talking about worried about other people.
No,
not
they
showing
haven't
up.
as far as winning a championship, because y'all
We're
have not
talking
won a
about-
championship.
We're talking about making it. We're talking about making it out the East.
No, you said that y'all can win a championship. You
I
cannot.
still believe we can win a championship.
So that's where we're disagreeing. You all cannot win a championship. You're not
You don't
talented
think they
enough.
have the? You don't think we have the
No,
possibility?
you don't have the roster to win a
Donovan Mitchell.
championship. No, you do not.
So let me ask you this: Who do you
We're
think's winning the
including
chip this
Donovan
year? Who do you think's winning the chip this year? Real talk.
Either the Celtics, Bucks, the Nuggets,
I don't believe in Nuggets this year.
or
You won't be so wrong about the
I mean, of course, the Lakers.
Don't say the Lakers, real talk. Do not say the Lakers.
Man, watch when we move D'Lo and these bum boys off this roster. Watch what happens.
the Warriors are about to shock
The crazy
world
part.
and
The
win
crazy part for me.
Wait, what? Bro, stop. Whoever said the Warriors, pack that up.
The crazy part is Miami
I
could beat the Bucks.
question.
Miami could beat Boston, and I do think they could beat the Nuggets. I think we'll struggle with the Lakers though. That
But why would you? Okay, question. Why do you think that you would beat the Nuggets but not struggle with the Lakers?
because
struggle with the Lakers.
because Jokic is struggling this year.
Oh, the Linsanity runs over. Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're one.
How long did it last? 2 years?
3-year Linsanity run.
If he keeps playing like this, I'm not in. I'm not sold.
I mean, Shaq won a three-peat on an insanity run, so maybe you.
And do you think Jamal Murray?
Every big just has the Linsanity run.
You think Jamal Murray's gonna be dropping triple doubles and scoring 30 again?
He has a track. No, what he has a track record of it.
You know what I'm not gonna lie. Jamal Murray's the only performer I know.
Jamal Murray's the only one I believe in Denver.
No. You know what's crazy? Jamal Murray's the only player like I know who can go into a playoffs and literally rise for majority of those rounds, and still his playoff postseasons like get questioned. I genuinely don't understand it.
Hey, I mean, listen. In order for me to fit this narrative, bro, I just gotta question some things, bro.
Like anytime he's been in the postseason, he's risen.
Yeah, anytime.
That's cap. 2019.
That's not true.
19 cap.
Okay.
Majority
of the time. Majority of
yeah,
the
he's
time.
been there 3 times. So.
Yeah, he's only been there 3 times. He's done it
2
twice.
out of the 3.
Yeah,
but that's majority.
33% of the time.
You're arguing semantics. Anyways, like I was saying, Jamal Murray is still like, you know what I'm saying? Very good postseason player. But like,
it's only 2 times though. If it happens 3 times, then we can start going in as a law.
Yo, Mars doesn't believe this either. He's like, yeah, that's okay.
Third time's the charm.
In
my head, bro.
Y'all still have size issues.
People still
will be able to. Y'all haven't answered who's gonna be guarding you.
People still question playoff Jimmy.
Yeah, y'all still question playoff Jimmy.
Exactly. So
who's y'all?
Who is questioning Jimmy Butler?
Who's questioning him?
The people.
What
Who's the people?
What people?
The broad public.
Okay, Mars.
People question.
I've not seen anybody questioning Jimmy Butler, man.
Yeah, I don't think people question.
You haven't seen me.
You haven't seen Jimmy Butler. People saying he was top 5, bro. Like that was crazy. They were saying he was a top 5 player.
And the crazy thing is, Mars, and this is where Real Talk cooks himself. The crazy part is, Real talk is the same guy that questioned Jamal Murray earlier this season about him being able to perform like that in the postseason again.
Because at
So
the
here
time
you
it was
go.
only 1-1.
That's a fact, dog.
He was real talk.
At that time it was only 1-1.
So here you go. He bigging up the Nuggets, but even he's questioning Jamal Murray. So he's cooking himself.
Not this year. Not this year.
Yes, you
Not
did.
this year.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Not this year.
That's
No,
exactly what you did.
Wait,
Not this year.
I'll be honest.
Not this year.
I studied you. I studied in your
No,
done
not
now.
this year.
You're
If y'all
done.
were to match up with the Nuggets again, I think y'all will lose in 5 again. But that's
I don't think we'll lose in 5. I don't think we're gonna shoot that bad. Like we shot terrible.
The Nuggets didn't have crazy
They'll
shooting in that
lose in
series
6.
either.
Our defense was good.
Yeah, but the Heat need good shooting to win.
So wait, hold on. So your shooting was bad because your shooting was bad. But the
We were
Nuggets
missing
shooting,
wide open
No,
stuff,
no,
bro.
but
The
the
Nuggets were
Nuggets
bad
shooting was
because of the
bad
Heat
because of the
defense, yeah.
defense. But it can't be applicable to Denver.
The defense was
Okay.
good. The defense was good.
Nah, I was watching us miss wide open stuff, bro.
Oh, so the
I'm
Nuggets
watching
were
Michael
The only
Nuggets
person-
were-
But their wide open shots were different because it was
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Michael
yeah,
Porter,
yeah,
Michael
for
Porter
sure.
Jr. was
For
missing
sure, no,
wide.
for sure,
Michael
for
Porter
sure.
Jr.
For
Michael Porter
sure.
Jr. was missing wide open stuff.
For
I won't
sure,
deny
for-
that.
for sure,
But
for
everyone
sure.
else, they were covered. They were covered.
Oh, they were
pretty
covered
well.
for sure. For
And
sure.
then
No,
Jimmy
no.
Butler, and I'm not gonna lie, like that whole series, like Jimmy Butler was just playing like I don't know, like he just didn't know what to do.
Like
That was just a
ass?
bad offensive
Just say
series.
like
It was
ass.
Because he was
Yeah.
guarded by
No,
KCP, the
Dub,
greatest defender in the
And you
league.
still
Dub.
you don't have an
Dub.
answer.
I'm
for
talking to
Jokic.
KB right now. Though.
I don't care. You didn't care about my convo
I'm
with
talking
Mars.
about KB. I'm
You
talking about. I'm
did
talking
not
about
care
KB.
about my
I'm talking
convo
to
with
KB.
Mars.
You still don't
You
have
did
an
not
answer.
care about
You
my
still don't have
convo
an
with
answer
Mars.
for
I'm
Jokic.
talking to KB.
You still don't have an answer for Jokic, dog.
No, that's true. But even
The
then,
answer
Miami
for Jokic
was
affects
shooting
his sanity
like
run as
like
well.
KB, like Miami was shooting 40% in that series. Do you really think they're gonna do that again?
From the field?
Yes.
No, but do you think the Nuggets offense is gonna be that bad again? Or
Yes.
missing their
The
shot, like,
offense,
they're
the Nuggets, it was the 3-point shooting. They were still able to get off just fine. Well, mainly Jokic, but the 3-point
Yeah,
shooting
but
was the
isn't
one
it
that was
crazy.
What was the
like,
game that
they
was
were
like
still
92,
able to like
89,
have
bro?
like bigger
I
scoring.
think that was
margins,
the I think that was the last one, the last game, game 5.
That
Aren't
game
they,
was
isn't it
bad
crazy how they're
offensive.
able to
That
have
game
like,
was
bigger
terrible.
scoring margins, but they didn't get off threes like that during that series?
Yeah, but Miami, along with our threes and along with not able to get anything on the court, especially with
but
like
the
some
thing
of our
is,
best
from
guys.
what I remember in that series, when y'all like couldn't get threes off, there was no other basket you could go to.
I know.
Like, barely. So,
I know.
like, yeah, if there was series were to happen again, like y'all have to bank on having like low key of like an elite shooting series, like very elite.
Respect
Well,
Jokic.
we had at least shooting the whole entire run, and that's why we won. So,
That shit was fake. That's what it
but
was.
we're at least shooting team right now. So,
Also,
why are we questioning that? You think
You're
it's
question-
fake?
You're questioning.
You think
you're
it's fake
questioning-
this year?
No, I'm just trolling you. You think
Uh,
you think the Nuggets shooting from last, not
It's an
last season,
insanity
this
run.
season and going into the postseason won't like uphold. And the thing about the Nuggets is that they don't have to get crazy amount of threes off for them to beat y'all even in 5 games. I don't like if they were to shoot.
I don't. But again, like you're missing this key part. Like,
What?
yeah, the Nuggets were getting off, but at the same time, Miami was.
KB, you're missing like the
then
delusion.
you're not.
You're missing the
You're not-
delusional part
you're
where
not-
Miami
you're-
beats the Nuggets. You're missing the delusion, KB.
You're not.
You're missing the delusion.
Real talk,
You're
real
too
talk.
much in reality, KB.
Real
Stop
talk.
being in reality.
Okay, real talk. But
He's just
when
mad
you,
'cause he got
but when you, the thing
Dub,
is,
I
is
don't
that
know
you
what
attribute-
what game exactly you were watching.
No, you guys are hating on Dub right now. I think he cooking.
Yeah, I don't understand what
That
the
Miami
issue
can
is.
beat the Nuggets?
It's just
Miami was shooting. Miami in their
a huge
offense.
talent gap was there.
No. But Miami in their offense, they were all like they were like so bad for like that whole entire final series. And even then, we were still within striking distance with that team. And if you want to sit here and question the 3-point shooting, sure. But let's not act as if like they weren't still able to get off. So that's one portion of their game. But Miami Heat and them performing, for you to say that they're still going to lose in 5, even without them playing that bad offensively, I just disagree. I just think that doesn't make sense to me at all. Because now you have a team that's better. Now you have a team that's better in literally all cylinders. You have Duncan Robinson who's playing better. You have Bam Adebayo who's been playing better. You have I think Jay Rich is a good acquisition. I think Tyler Hero being there healthy would be a positive for us as well. Jaime's great, great for us too. So a team that's gotten better, and the Nuggets where they're probably the stagnant or worse than what they were last season. I still don't understand how the same conclusion is going to happen when one team got a bit worse and another team got better. That doesn't make sense to me.
A bit worse. Okay.
Oh my
Because-
God!
Are
One
you
team did
okay?
get
I don't think the
that
Nuggets
team
got
didn't get a
bit.
bit worse. What are y'all
I don't
talking
think the
about?
Nuggets got
And
a
they're
bit
still
worse.
better
Like,
than
this-
you.
Hold on.
He's
By
talking about
far.
5 games. Real talk.
By far.
Because you
Yeah,
still, for
really.
me, I've seen Jokic in the postseason countless times. I don't care what kind of slumpy, quote unquote, stretch he's on. If he goes up against a matchup where there's a severe, like, undersized player at the 5, he will not. I'm not gonna say Bam's gonna get played off the floor because that's just not gonna happen. But it will just look very bad for you because Bam's role for being a roamer, a switch guy, it's just not gonna be there. So your defense is just not going to look the same. 2, Jimmy Butler, I'm not gonna question what he could do in that series. I think he'll be fine. But at the same time, a lot of like the scoring in terms of what the Miami Heat do from what I've seen has been like more so balanced. Like you have guys on your team who are able to get off, but you need a reliable secondary to be able to score. And I have to see Bam continue to do this like properly.
And Bam was
Because
doing
I
that
don't
in
know
the
if you can
finals.
rely on Bam. Yeah, he was.
That's
but
crazy.
Jimmy was. But Jimmy.
Yeah,
wasn't.
Jimmy. So Jimmy
Exactly.
wasn't. So what I'm saying is,
Are you
I don't
going
see.
to
I
be
don't see.
able to-
And that's the thing. I don't see Jimmy doing that again. So and that's why
Okay,
when
so
you
but
say
then
say in 5, so when you say the same thing's gonna happen in 5, I don't see how you come to that conclusion. If you say the Nuggets win,
I don't see
cool.
the
You say
Nuggets
5
having
games,
a
that's crazy to
terrible
me.
3-point shooting series again like that because to be honest with you, the shot quality that they were getting versus y'all was damn near practice like when I was watching it. Like it was
And you're just
helping
gassing shit.
It was one pass away, KCP getting open, MPJ getting freed up, Jamal Murray getting open off of these DHOs. They were just hitting like they were getting very wide open looking.
And the
but could
same
not
thing can't be
capitalize.
said about Miami and our guys not.
I think
Jimmy
they were
Butler
getting
playing
quality
like a
looks as
terrorist.
well. But then you,
No.
when you say that, you just didn't attribute any of that to the defense. You initially said Miami Heat was shooting threes that they could have made. Denver was not
Miami
really
was
hitting
shooting
like that.
threes. Jimmy Butler would have open mid-range shots that he usually cashes in, and he just wasn't taking
I
it. He
don't
was
know if
just
those
dribbling.
were really
He was
crazy
dribbling around the
numbers.
court. They would play drop coverage against the Bucks series. He was pulling that up the whole time, and then for some reason he just didn't pull that up. So our main guy playing like a terrorist out there, on top of our main guy playing like a terrorist, nobody else being able to fill in that gap. And then the 3-point shooting
And
not
you
being
think-
there.
you think
If you want
Bam
to complain about the Nuggets 3-point shooting, fine. But let's not act as if Miami Heat didn't have a crazy bad stretch offensively in that series. And Jimmy Butler was playing along the light side. I did not see him play in the postseason like that because he wasn't playing like that in 2022. He wasn't playing like that in the first round of the Bucks. I think with him being hurt, is probably a portion of why he was playing like that.
You think Bam is gonna put up that same production again?
I think he's possible, yes.
I guess that's just what we did.
But even then, we have other guys. If he doesn't bring that up, we have a Tyler Hero being there that could give that
Oh my
production.
God.
We have a guy like Duncan
Tyler
Robinson
Hero,
who
bro,
could give
he's
us that
getting- he's not
production.
getting crazy PT like that.
Tyler Hero's going to be
For
on the
you-
court.
for
Who's
you
he
to sit here-
defending?
for
Who
you
is
to sit
Tyler
here-
Hero
for you to sit here-
defending?
For you to sit here and just be like, yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. A team that got better versus a team, if you want to just say it's the
I
same,
never
cool.
said Miami didn't get better. I just don't. I think
No.
Denver. Just
I'm not
a very
saying you said
clear
that.
bad
I said
matchup for
in my head, it doesn't make sense how. I'm fine if you say Nuggets win. Saying 5 though, I disagree. A team that got better but sit here still loses in 5 doesn't make sense to me.
I still think that doesn't mean that you didn't get better. That just means that the Nuggets are a much worse matchup for you guys. Size, shooting,
Even with
cutting,
them,
motion,
even
like these teams-
even with us playing that bad last season, there were still games that was within the fighting distance with that team.
Yes, because the Nuggets were also playing below their level. That's it.
So y'all don't credit the defense to that as well.
You didn't credit Denver's
That's
defense
the
neither.
problem. You keep using the defense as if
But you're not crediting
KCP's
Denver's
defense
defense
had
on the other
nothing.
end neither.
As if
Us
KCP's
trapping,
defense
us trapping,
had
us
nothing to
trapping
do with
Jamal Murray. Us trapping Jamal Murray does nothing.
No,
What
I'm
was Denver-
saying
You're
what
not.
was-
You're
what
not
was Denver-
crediting
what was-
Denver's
I do
defense
credit the
neither.
Heat's defense.
What was Denver doing to Miami that made it so that we really couldn't get off like that?
Gapping
do-
Jimmy Butler,
yeah,
forcing him to go into
KCP
the
was-
icing screens. Like they were playing coverages that didn't allow Jimmy Butler to
No,
get where he wanted
guess
to
what?
get off.
And
it
Jimmy
made
Bu-
him jump shot settle heavy.
Jimmy,
which is
Jimmy,
actually
no,
something that
he
niggas
wasn't
wanted
even
to do.
he wasn't even taking the jump shots. You
But
can't
I
see
seen
him.
him set. I seen him. I remember vividly in Denver, he was settling for extremely tough shots to take. And they
No,
were
he'll
also
dribble.
saying,
He'll dribble it
and
out.
the-
No,
wait,
no,
stop,
because
stop,
he would.
stop.
No,
And
no,
they
no.
were
I'm
also-
correcting you because Jimmy Butler would get those looks that he usually gets, and he just wasn't taking it. which was confusing.
I need you to rewatch that series, bro. Because
I'm telling you, I need
trust
you to
me.
rewatch it. No, you
I know.
on
And
delusion
then,
right
on
now,
top of
bro.
that,
I don't
they
know
were
what you're
also
talking
saying,
about.
yo,
Average Joe, exactly, in the chat. Y'all couldn't even guard Aaron Gordon. Y'all are a small team. And you're talking about adding Tyler Hero. So what happens when Denver runs pick plays and Tyler Hero's on Aaron Gordon? He's going to get
'cause you know
sealed
what's crazy?
and dunked on
It's not one of
repeatedly.
those teams. It's
Oh
not
yeah,
one
that
of,
is true.
Look, listen. Denver's not one of these teams that hide players in actions. They even like they're non-spacers in Aaron Gordon, or if you consider Christian Brown a non-spacer as well. They don't hide these niggas on offense. Sorry. Like they use them to their advantage. Like shout out to Michael Malone for like actually knowing how to play with non-spacers. And guys like Tyler Hero, even though they do have some good offensive output for you on your team, if they're that bad defensively and they're not doing what they need to do offensively, you can easily just
They weren't that bad defensively though. Like I don't understand why you're saying there's sometimes but listen, there's sometimes in some moments that there were some bad looks and bad matchups at that point in time with some Aaron Gordon. And I get
it's
that,
just a bad matchup, though.
but at that point in time, again, they weren't sitting here just torching us to the point where if our offense was able to perform at a medium level, we could have won some games, and we could even the games would have been much closer than what it
Tyler
was.
Hero wasn't even there last year. I vividly remember the Nuggets running semi-transition.
We had Gabe Vincent out there, so Tyler Hero's taking Gabe Vincent spots. It doesn't matter. Tyler Hero means nothing.
Y'all wouldn't become worse defensively.
Gabe Vincent is bad. Gabe Vincent isn't a great defender. He's just taking on Tyler Hero.
He's a better team defender than Tyler Hero. Is he not? Yes or no?
Bro, I'm not hearing this nonsense.
Is he not?
He gives
nonsense.
Is he not?
Gabe Vincent gets. Gabe Vincent
is he not a better team defender? Is he not a better team defender?
He gives effort. They're both liabilities out there, bro.
He's not a better.
Like, what are we talking about?
I've watched Gabe Vincent actually be able to guard in zone. I don't know if I can say the same for Tyler Hero. Genuinely, I don't know. He's still a bad
you think
defender.
he's a low IQ player?
Then on top of that, I'm watching even with the better defender in Gabe Vincent. I'm watching Eric Gordon go in semi-transition and Jokic find him for duckins for easy seals and finishes.
So what I'm saying, but you keep bringing
the
up
lob threat
the issue I have with you. The issue I have with you.
Pick and rolls. Also an
issue. The issue I have with you. The issue I have with you. You keep bringing up Tyler Hero on this defense. What I'm saying that the same mishaps and same liability that he brings is something that Miami had even last year. So it doesn't matter at this point because that's the same thing that we were combating last year.
Worst defender.
Gabe Vincent gets cooked.
No,
Gabe Vincent gets cooked just as much, especially against Aaron Gordon on him. He's gonna get cooked just as much. So what I'm saying is with Miami. What I'm saying is with Miami, with everything that you're saying with the Nuggets, we were able to play very good defense. We play very good defense on Jokic, even though he was able to get off. Bam Adebayo, what he was doing was phenomenal defense, and they were able to put him in some bad looks for him. He was just able to cash in on them, trapping Jamal Murray, especially off of the pick and roll, which I believe that series is when he was forcing up a lot of turnovers.
No, that was a good.
So
idea.
Those were things that we were challenging the Nuggets, and my point is because I've seen this numerous times. When you're getting stops, you need to be able to cash in to spark a run and spark a momentum. But at that point, the Miami Heat, we were getting stops. We were getting key stops. But at the end of the day, we were not able to shift the momentum in our favor because of our inability to hit shots. So what I'm saying with Miami, with that correction going on this season against the Denver Nuggets, I believe that will give us a better chance. I don't care if you think the Nuggets win, but you think the same thing would happen. I disagree with the team that is showing to be better than what they were last season. And those moments and stretches of when we're playing good defense, I trust our players to be able to get some looks, get some key plays, get some key buckets to spark a run so that what happened last season doesn't happen again.
But you can also, even though the loss of Bruce Brown does hurt a team, you could also argue like the Nuggets have also gotten better from a standpoint of just player development. Like Christian Braun this year has been really good. I think as like a shooter, he's been shooting 39% on like, I forget how many attempts, like close to 3, maybe 2 attempts a game. So he's improving himself as a shooter. Peyton Watson coming in, I think he's going to be a much more reliable guy, especially for the defensive side of the ball. He can guard like 1 through 3, like I think, like honestly. And I forget the rookie that they picked up, who's also been playing very good as well.
So much. It starts with an S.
I forget his name, but those are also good pickups as well. My whole point is this: if y'all were to match up again, even with the improved offense that you have with Duncan Robinson playing much better than he did last season, even though in that series as well, I thought he wasn't that bad neither. I just still think Jokic is still going to be an issue. That's a problem. I think Jamal
True.
Murray is still going to give you a lot of problems. That's 2. I don't think, even though you think the Miami Heat will have a better shooting series, I don't think the Nuggets will have as bad of a 3-point shooting series as well. On top of the fact that they will just continuously to get practice shot looks at the basket whenever they want because of the severe size that you guys don't have. Aaron Gordon's going to continue to play smaller guards off of the floor, off of simple inverted pick and rolls or simple seals at the rim to be able to just get plate finishes. He's going to continue to do that over and over and over again. And again, if you want to sit here and say that Bam will have that same series, I just don't think so. I don't think he's going to have that same series. And on top of that, even if he does, I don't think you guys still... I do think you guys still need a legitimate, reliable secondary scorer. And you guys...
That's fine. And like I said, that's for the definite answer of like my belief in this team. But for Bam Adebayo, especially against the Nuggets, Jokic at the end of the day, I don't think he's as great a defender. So Bam Adebayo and the development he's been having this season, I can trust. I believe and I have some trust in him to be able to carry that in the postseason and sustain that similar to what he was doing last season because he seems like he's getting better. And you keep bringing up Jokic right now, scoring the ball hasn't been great. Hasn't been the same which he was doing last season. So some of these, what decided that series a lot was some of these key buckets that Jokic was making. And even with the good defense on him that Bam was playing, he was cashing in and keying in on. So if Jokic is down as a scorer, and especially in the postseason on that defense, I don't see him being able to cash in those same looks in which he was doing last season because he was just torching. Because it seems as if he's just having a down year. So if you want to say that gets counteracted by the 3-point shooting, sure. But I could also use that same argument for Miami and their offense about how we're an elite 3-point shooting team now. And that us being an elite 3-point shooting team is more understandable in the postseason than it was last season. So I can trust and put faith in them to be able to sustain that in the postseason, especially in the finals. Then we talk about how the offense, you got Duncan Robinson playing better, Bam playing better, Jimmy still being who he is. So that's something that so you keep talking about the swing of the 3-point shooting of the Nuggets, but not care about what the swing of the offense that Miami can have as well because of the better personnel.
I literally just mentioned to you that the Miami Heat were also playing the shooting bad as a team. But my whole point is, even if you guys were to have an elite 3-point shooting series, I watch teams, for one, even from my own perspective as a Warriors fan, I watched the Warriors last season against the Lakers, who are a very good interior defensive team, not be able to get any rim looks and rely on a lot of 3-point shooting. And mind you, they had obviously elite shooters, Steph, Clay, who's still a good shooter. There's still like guys on the team who had the ability to knock down threes. And when they couldn't make shots, their offense was tanked. You guys would legit have to be putting up elite 3-point shooting for 4 games, not straight, but for 4 games. And
that's your opinion.
I just don't think
that's just your opinion.
With the Nuggets being able to also shoot the ball, while also actually having a rim game, would just make their offense look a lot easier. And for you guys, it would be a lot harder to just get those quality looks off because they would make sure to just run you off of the line. That's what I'm trying to say.
But again, you're not accounting for how good of a defense that Miami was playing on the Denver Nuggets for them not to be able to get off.
You weren't counting Denver's neither. That's my whole point. You weren't.
No, and I'm telling you, when I watched Denver, Jimmy Butler showing a lack of aggressiveness and lack of a decision making.
That's what I'm saying.
Because of his inability.
Back to Jimmy, but you haven't acknowledged what
because
Denver
that matters.
Did in
When Kobe's sitting here not hogging the ball in 2004, I can give credit to Pistons and also analyze that Kobe was being a terrorist out there.
Yeah, you could also acknowledge 2 things can be true.
But I think the reason there's more
Who
of a
got brought
reason.
up, Mars?
But I think there's more of a reason
Who
why.
just got brought up?
What are you talking about?
What?
Mars ain't even paying attention. Oh,
No, I'm not even close to paying attention.
Mars. I mean, not Mars. KB. But the thing is with Denver, you can sit here and see what was more responsible for that.
Kobe was brought up for no reason.
Exactly. There you go.
I'm with you. All right, Karen.
What I'm saying, KB, is you can look at what was more responsible for that struggle. And Miami's defense, in my opinion, was more responsible for Denver's struggle than vice versa. I think the struggle within ourselves and our decision making and Jimmy Butler's aggressiveness was more so the reason why we were struggling so much, and that's where the disconnect is. Because I think those pull up J's that Jimmy was taking before, even in 2022, he just wasn't doing at all. And I'm watching the series like, Jimmy, do something. Take the pull up. And he's not doing it.
All have both
I don't
repeated
know,
the
but
same
yeah,
point
it just
like
sounds.
3
It literally
times.
just sounds. We're talking in circles. So I'm gonna end the conversation, but you still haven't acknowledged the Denver Nuggets defense during that series, and I think it's pretty nasty for you to do that because
Who's
you want
saying
me
that?
to see
Who's saying that?
because you keep going back to Jimmy Butler and his lack of aggressiveness, which I'm not disagreeing with you. Yes, he should have been more aggressive, but I'm also watching that same series, the Denver Nuggets forcing him to take extremely difficult looks. You haven't mentioned that at all, and you keep going back to the Miami Heat's defense being really good in that series for the Denver Nuggets not to be able to get these threes off, which I'm like, okay. If you want to say the Denver Nuggets that their perimeter defense was pretty good for the Miami
I'm
Heat,
not
I
saying
understand
Denver
that.
didn't play
But at
good
the same
defensive
time,
job, but
if someone's still getting rim quality looks at the rim while also still producing some level of decent looks at the perimeter, even though y'all were playing good defense, while y'all were not being able to produce the 3-point look, not produce the makes that y'all wanted, and they were also playing good defense, one still has the advantage of having rim looks, the other doesn't. You guys don't have insane amount of rim looks because the front court size of the Denver Nuggets, even on defense, even with Jokic being as bad as of a defender that he is still going to be an issue. So, like, I watched in that same series, Jimmy Butler, miss layups, like you said, not being aggressive. Even when he was taking the shots, it was very difficult shots to make. Aaron Gordon was playing tremendous defense on him, and you have yet to mention that as well. Christian Braun, Bruce Brown, all those guys are playing. KCP were blowing up actions like crazy, and you didn't mention that neither. So, like, I don't understand how it's only attributed to one team, when the other team was also playing good defense as well. And you still
again, you're not listening at all. I'm not saying they didn't play good defense, but there's tons of looks that Jimmy Butler, there's some bad looks, but there's also tons of looks that Jimmy Butler that you're not paying attention to at all. He literally dribbling out the clock, not doing anything, and just looking around to pass the ball instead of just taking a wide open look that he has right there. And that's happened numerous times in that postseason. And then you talking about these rim runs. Sure, I think that Denver probably does have better could generate better looks as rim runs for sure. But I'm gonna say this again. You have an elite 3-point shooting team in Miami Heat where I have faith in for them to cash in these 3-point looks, these jump shots right now this season than I had faith in them last season. So for you to say that they lose in 5 again doesn't make sense to me because this is a better 3-point shooting team, a more reliable 3-point shooting team. And even though they probably don't generate better layups than Denver, I still trust them to be able to cash in on these looks better than what they were doing last season.
If you can acknowledge them not being able to generate crazy rim looks like that, why wouldn't teams just be like, all right, bro, if we get these guys off the 3-point line, I don't care what baskets they get as long as they're not scoring crazy threes.
A part of the reason why we couldn't get any looks like that against Denver was because of our inability to shoot. So when we have that ability to shoot to make us respect us more, that opens up the court for some better rim running and cutting to the lane opportunities. The main flaw with that team right there was our inability to make everyone respected. And Jimmy Butler was a part of that, and the guys around him not keen on looks was a part of that as well. And I think this season is a change because literally everybody on that crew got better, besides probably Jimmy Butler.
All right.
All right. Okay.
You guys done now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, praise the Lord. I have nothing to say. I was just hoping you guys were done because that was very long.
Oh, Dub. So what you were being nasty with earlier, as far as my Jamal Murray comment, I said that he won't be 30 on 50, 40, 90 again. Not that he won't rise, but thank you. I just
No. You're cooked. You're cooked.
No.
You're cooked. You're for sure cooked.
I even said in that clip he can rise to like 25.
No,
it just won't be 30.
You started doubting his playoff acumen.
No, okay, Mars.
Yeah,
will Ja Morant go 57-0 this year?
Yes.
And then they should make an exception and give him the MVP.
Nah, I didn't play 65 games.
Yeah, they should make.
They're gonna beat Denver tonight. They're gonna be 5-0 with Ja Morant. Because Aaron Gordon.
Damn, they haven't lost a game with Ja. That's crazy.
Yeah. They haven't played anyone.
He's going in this LeBron
Pelicans and the Pacers, and who else did they play? One other
These
trash
are
team.
playoff teams, though.
The Pelicans are trash. The Pacers are trash.
Playoff teams.
Trash playoff teams.
Pelicans are not trash. Any team that is in the playoff picture in the West is not trash.
They're trash.
So the West has 12 teams
And
now.
the Hawks. Yeah, they beat the Hawks. They beat the Hawks. That's it. They beat the Hawks. Another trash team.
The West has 12 teams better than the fifth team in the East.
The fifth team in the East right
Who's
now
the
is the Magic. So he's saying from 1 to 12, or take out Utah and replace them with Memphis. Those 12 teams are better than the Orlando Magic.
Name the 12 teams.
He just hates on the East Coast.
Every team except the Spurs, Blazers, and Jazz.
Yeah, he's saying the 1 through 11 in the West, and then Memphis instead of Utah is better than Orlando. That's what he's saying. So Minnesota, OKC, Denver, the Clippers, the Kings, the Mavericks, the Pelicans, the Rockets, the Lakers, the Suns, the Warriors, and the Grizzlies are all better than the Magic.
Is that a crazy take, though?
Yeah, because you hate the East.
Yeah, I hate the East for a reason.
Yeah, I don't know why you hate the East.
That's 25. That's 25
Yeah,
years.
you said 7 teams beating Miami. That's crazy. Why don't you like the East?
He hates the East. He got beef with the East.
Okay.
That's insane to
Let
me.
me make a quick point. First of all, we've got David West, Delonte West, and Russell Westbrook. Name one player named after the East.
Wait, what?
Clint Eastwood.
That's an act.
So
there's no
Maybe
way
the
you're
East
using
is
people's
better in
last
movies.
names.
The East is better in movies, maybe. I don't know.
This Tari Easton count? It's like East, but you just missed a T.
Come on, man. You know it. You know the East is trash. 25 years, and they won like what 7 championships or 8 championships, and half of them were through recruitments of superstars from the East. I mean, from the West, in 1 year rentals. Kawhi Leonard, Shaq. Come on now.
Kevin Love,
Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen. Come on, are you kidding me now? The East cannot. They just can't win.
So wait, the East won in 04. We're talking about the last 25 years now.
Last
right?
25 years is what, 98? So Chicago won in 98.
Chicago's 98.
No, 25 years is starting from 99. 25 years start from 99.
We're 23, so okay, sure, 99. So 04, the Pistons. 08, the Celtics. 06, Miami. So 04, 06, 08.
That's 3.
Miami.
2012,
2013. Both those years.
Cleveland, 2016.
That's
2021, 2019. That's like 70% of them.
That's 8. Okay, that's 8.
70%. Yeah, that's like 70%.
Yeah, that's 8. So you got the Celtics through Western Conference mercenaries. The okay, the Heat, Shaq, the Raptors, Kawhi.
Yeah, the Heat. The East for the last.
Wait, so now we're taxing the East for players from the West going to the East?
Yes.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
Yeah, this is. I've never
known. Name the West teams that won that way by renting players from the East for 1 year and then sending them back to the West to suck again.
Wasn't Jason Kidd a part of the Nets before the Mavericks won?
Yeah, but he was not like winning.
No, well, technically he went from Phoenix to the Nets. So technically.
No. That don't count. That don't count.
How does that not count?
Jason Kidd was making the finals with a team that was led by a 15 points per game scorer.
Yeah, that's how good Jason Kidd is.
Yeah, that's how bad the East is.
No, that's how good Jason Kidd is.
But nobody disagrees that the East is bad. But I think times has changed and it's kind of a correction, because if we were to have this take when probably in the 90s, you probably would have said the thing vice versa in terms of the West and how bad the 80s West was and everything. And I think this year is probably the change for that. And this year and the 2020s.
Oh, drop the link so Amir can cook $8.30.
What?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. $8.30 do stay getting cooked by Europeans. Yeah,
stay getting cooked. That boy like AD.
What?
Yeah, AD always struggling with them Sabonises.
30 can only cook North Americans, man. He get into a beef with Europeans, he loses every time. Yeah.
That's insane.
Man, what is he talking about?
What link are you talking about?
Sabonis to cook Sengun too.
What link are you talking about?
What are you saying? No, he said because
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Hello.
Wait,
Acer.
Amir. Salute everybody. Wait, Amir is European? Amir European? I didn't know that.
I'm not European, but I mean I'm white. So.
If he not from America, he European. I don't know what to tell you. You taking credit.
That's crazy.
You know what's ironic?
Colonization and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Colonization. Yeah, we do.
You know where I'm from? I'm from Africa. That's surprising. But that's true.
Colonized by Europe. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
They were colonized by Europe.
Actually, I'm more African. I'm more African than everybody here. I'm more African than
Are you from a country that was colonized by Europe?
For a like a short period, yeah.
You're cooked. Yeah, European.
I don't know.
Yeah. You got European roots. But A30, what you got to say, man?
Oh no, I was just saying. So, do we count Shaq's Lakers rings because he went from Orlando to the Lakers, or what?
Oh,
I was about to say because Shaq came from.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking, Amir.
No, but he came from LSU, which is
What did you ask? What did you ask?
We doing college now, Bars?
We doing college? That's crazy.
Well, we discounting all of Shaq's rings because he went from Orlando to the Lakers.
He was not a rental though. He spent like over half of his career in the West.
So it's overall.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know, Amir. I don't know because Shaq, after he bounced around from the Lakers, he bounced around everywhere, from East Coast to West Coast. I don't know. I got you.
Yeah, but the thing is, he went. My point is, whether it was Kawhi or Shaq, because the Celtics, I will not even count them. I think it's an Eastern team. But the thing is, whether it's Shaq or Kawhi, they went from being the best, one of the best, like 3 players of the West, going to the East, and then winning immediately, and then going back to the West. And that's my point about these 2 players specifically, because the Celtics got 2 players from losing teams, so that doesn't really matter that much. But when you get the best player on the Spurs, a team that won the championship a few years ago, or you get the best player on the Lakers, a team that was a dynasty, and you win a championship, that's different from a team like the Celtics getting players, or a team from the West getting players from the East and winning, who were on losing teams. That's the thing. Even Jason Kidd, he was making the finals in the East with very bad teams. These were very bad teams. Allen Iverson was making it with bad teams. LeBron James made it with a very bad team. There were years, I genuinely believe, these Nets years, they were not contenders. There was no contender from the East. The same thing with 07. Same thing with 01. There was no contender in the East. That's just a fact. There were years, at least like 7 years, where there was no contender in the East.
But why do you hate the East now? Because of
what's 7 years?
Was 20 years ago.
Right now they have 2 legitimate contenders.
That's actually some good points.
Hold on, but the East won.
Used to be.
The East won like 3 titles in the 2000s.
Early
the East won like 2.
East was terrible.
They won 8 titles in 25 years.
04, 06, 08. What's 7-year period? 04, 06, 08. What's 7-year period?
8 titles in 25 years is like Kobe going 8 of 25. You will be cooking him for that.
No, winning 8 chips in 25-year career. Who cooking? What?
Making 8 out of 25 shots is a bad field goal percentage, right?
No, if 8 threes, it's low-key.
Yeah, like it depends on the fish, and it also depends on your true shooting percentage. Right, Dub? Right, Dub? It depends on your true shooting percentage too.
Yeah, but when you're losing 17,
EFG.
Back threes.
You know.
Yeah, like that's a fact.
Now if it's wide open layups and you're 8 for 25, yeah, you're cooked. But
I mean, they're wide open.
Hold on, Mir. Didn't Joker go like 4 for 18 still had an efficient game?
What?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, like hey, bro. Hey.
The reason they're open is
because
the East is trash.
But if the East is so trash, how come for the last 25 years
they've always made it to the finals?
Team has made the finals.
I already knew what you was gonna say.
How come if the East is so bad, how has an Eastern Conference team made the finals every single year for the last 25 years?
Affirmative action.
He's a troll.
That's affirmative action right there.
Okay. Man, that's just
Wait, so Amir, did you Amir? So essentially, you're pulling a Kendrick Perkins. Instead of doing the whole thing, you're stopping a certain year just to push your propaganda. That would say.
Yeah, because
I said 25. That's a quarter of a century. A
If you
quarter of
include
a
the
century is a
90s,
very good,
the
a
60s,
very good
the
place to
70s,
start.
it get kind of nasty for you.
Yeah, I said 25 years. If you're going to
Said
argue before
25
that, it could
years.
be different. 25
Yeah,
years
just
is a good place to stop.
exactly. Real talk,
Okay, so
exactly like
why
what Kendrick
let's do
Perkins
50
did.
years? Why not do 50 years?
Yeah, exactly what Kendrick Perkins did. Like we gonna stop at a random year and just be like, okay, from this point on, it was
25 is
like
not
this.
random. It's a quarter century.
That's a,
All right, so who
Quarter
won the
century is
champion?
not
Who won the
random, and I did
championship in
not make the
74?
argument that before this quarter. I did not make the argument that before this quarter century they were getting cooked as well, because they were not. But in this quarter century, 25 years out of like 78 years, they have been cooked.
so what about the other 50?
The other 50.
What about the other 50? Right? Like the bigger portion.
Maybe they were good back then. I was
No,
not even
but
like, I was
2/3 is
born
bigger
like
than
2 years
1/3. So
before
why are
that. I
we
don't
using
know.
1/3 when 2/3 is bigger? 2/3 they've been better.
Yeah.
So
Mars,
technically,
you got
That's
I don't
66%.
know. Did you count all the championships?
so
Anyway, I gotta go now because I got work to do. Bye.
now you gotta go because he's cooked.
No.
Yeah, we all gotta go because I think the next show up is what, Open Field on next, I think. So goodbye.
Oh.